Hit that button right there. Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard. Happy Saturday. Mini Manchu Plays is in the house. So is Luis Manza. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. We didn't blow away. Mother Nature tried her damnedest to blow us away, and it didn't happen. If you're not in the loop, if you're not on Discord or whatever, I live near Boston, and we just had this absolutely epic storm over the last 36 hours or so. We had, for probably 15 to 20 hours, we had 30 mile an hour sustained winds with gusts up to 60. There was a point last night where I think it was blowing 40 or 45 sustained, and about once every minute or two, about once every minute or so, it would blow so hard that my house would start shaking. Like, it was absolutely insane. I've never seen a storm like this in my life. If you actually let me show you a picture. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should, because I really have nothing interesting to say. I took this picture on Twitter yesterday and posted it over there on Twitter. This storm had a freaking eye. Like, a winter storm looked like a damn hurricane. It was insane. And the wind was just crazy. And so we were very, 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 very fortunate where I live that we did not get not a lot of bad stuff happened. There was a tree that went down on my road. There was a few houses down that didn't impact me. I thought it was my fence that broke. I found out that my neighbor actually owns the fence. So there's our fence out back is missing two fairly large panels, which like I said is thankfully not my problem, which I found out after the fact. And then we had some other sort of more minor stuff and whatnot. Alt Gopher, good to see you. Admiral Kaiju, welcome aboard. Mike Juliet Lima, hello. Get to Pants, good to see you, Ashley. Trees and wires everywhere. Yeah, JC Villain, welcome aboard. So if you go check out the Boston subreddit, reddit.com/r/Boston, and then also universalhub.com, you'll see some pictures of this storm, and it's just like, I don't know, like I live a mile from the waterfront. Like, I'm really freaking close to the coast, and I don't know how we got so lucky to not have really that much damage, because Boston was like, this area has been decimated. There's just trees down, limbs down. I know Ian's in here. Ian lives down in the Providence, Rhode Island area, and he's out of power now until probably Sunday. Ian went driving around and was taking some pictures and sending them along. Like, it's insane. Like, this storm is nuts. I've never seen anything like it. I hope that I never see anything like it again, but that's probably not going to be the case. And I'm super, super thankful that we've come out of it relatively unscathed. So the reason why the stream was canceled last night is because I was super anxious about this storm. I was kind of just basically walking the halls. And I didn't think it would be super entertaining for me to hop in here and do a stream. And number two, I wasn't sure about the power situation. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to keep my power all night, if I was going to lose my power, lose my internet. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't end up going live, because if you guys ended up watching Max last night, when Max was getting ready to take off, I actually lost power for a couple of seconds. All my stuff shut off and then came back. And then later that night, I lost my internet connection. So the two things that I was afraid of happening actually did end up happening. So I felt pretty justified in my decision. But the whole time, the wind's coming from the northeast, right? So the wind's coming from, you can't really see cardinal directions because you don't know which way I'm actually facing. But if I'm looking this way, I'm looking pretty much due north. So the winds, and so I'm north here, and then I have a wall over here that is east. So the winds were coming in at, however hard they were, and they were impacting pretty much my office. So the entire night, the wind was howling going past my office here. It was howling going past my office over there. There's a tree outside that was blowing around. I got to show this, because this stuff was just crazy. Let me see if this works. Yeah. If you can hear that. And that was pretty mild. That was pretty mild, but that was like the soundtrack of my evening last night. So I felt pretty justified in not streaming, but I wanted to do a stream. I wanted to do something this weekend, especially since this beautiful A319 came out this past week. So I wanted to get something in. I wanted to do some flights in this, do some rounds in this, and I figured, all right, well, my wife is actually leaving for the evening, so I have like basically I have all of Saturday to be a guy's day, just to kind of hang out and do whatever I do. So we're here, man. Vatsim Flyers here. Serious Gamers here. Peter Hoover's in the house. Those Black VQ, welcome aboard, guys. Dash 8 MQTE, welcome aboard. Young Riles, welcome aboard. And Melting Lava, welcome aboard. Yeah, it's been crazy. Like it sounded like a hurricane. It felt like a hurricane. The damn thing was a hurricane. Like they were clocking, they were clocking just insane winds out on the Cape and whatnot. Like it's a crazy storm. We'll probably talk about it some more as the night goes on. But yeah, that's kind of been my life now for the last 2 days or so. But yeah, we're here. It's Saturday. I'm very excited. Ian is posting a link. Check out. Yeah. So Ian's got some links posted in chat there. Go check those out. Because he went around driving around and took some pictures for him. Took some pictures, I should say. Yeah. So we're here. Boeing Man 2425 is here. Been here for 6 months now. Thank you very much, man. Cheers. Tech Claw has been here for 14 months. Tech Claw, thank you very much. Cheers to you. Mike Juliet Lima for 5 months. He says, how was the nice breeze yesterday? It's still blowing. You might actually hear it a couple times this afternoon. It's still blowing pretty good outside. It's still blowing at like 25, I think, gusting to in the 30s. So it's like it hasn't completely died off, but it's nowhere near what it was yesterday. Terminator 4D, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. He's here for the very first month. Cheers to you, man. I appreciate your support. Ian is here for 14 months. Mr. Servin, he says, I'm still here after the storm. No power till Monday now. No. Oh, that sucks, man. Well, cheers, Ian. Thank you very much for your continued support. Hopefully your batteries last long enough. Steve Dunn here for 2 months. He says, EU stream. That's right, man. Mother Nature has screwed us, and now we are here, and the EU folks can at least tune in for a little bit this evening. Steve, thank you very much for your support. And Mr. Wang's here for 14 months. He says, still above the water. Thankfully, I live about 50 to 70 feet above sea level, so for me to actually have a flooding issue, it has to be really, like, if my house floods from seawater, like, we got real problems. We got bigger problems than just a couple of minor floods. So we're okay. But thank you all so much for your support today. Cheers to you, and I do appreciate it. I've got a Smoke and Dagger by Jack Abbey, I think, today. I haven't had one of these for a while. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Drewbot, welcome aboard. Ice Wizard, happy Saturday. Oz Flight Simmer, I'm doing very well, man. GT Boy, Logan Malice, happy Saturday. I think we got everybody. It's windy enough that a lot of crews can't actually get to restoring power, still focusing on emergencies and critical infrastructure. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, man. I think, and it's not supposed to die down until tomorrow, I think, which sucks because this is my petty mode right here. Okay, this is the other problem that I run into with this wind from the way that it is. My house is very old and very drafty, so I have 1, 2, 3 windows that are all sort of bearing the brunt of this winter storm. And I have a nice cold breeze that's coming in from the windows, hitting my curtains, going down, and then sliding across my feet. So my tootsies are cold. You'll notice I'm actually wearing a hoodie inside my house. This never happens. I'm almost always in short sleeve something because I'm always warm. But my office happens to be the only room in the house that is absolutely freezing right now. So here we are. Ice Wizard 1234. Thank you very much for the bits. Hey, yo to you as well. Cheers. So this is ToLiSs. Yeah, so the ToLiSs, man. All right, so we're going to fly the ToLiSs A319 today. This is $70. It just went on sale this week. And it's here. We're going to fly the Spirit livery. And a couple additional things that we're doing with this plane. Number one, I'm going to tell you right now, the textures that it shipped with and the sounds that it shipped with, they leave something to be desired. One of the people on the development team or somebody or this or that, somebody out there has put together this ToLiSs enhancement pack that it's kind of weird that this already exists because the plane just came out, but there's improved textures and improved sounds. I can tell you the textures look a little bit better. I still think the texturing is kind of rough. And the sounds I have no idea about. We're going to find out. So this is the ToLiSs A319 running some custom textures. I flew this one flight. I was going to fly 2 flights yesterday, but I had a power issue. So I flew this one flight yesterday. I didn't fly it especially well. It was mostly pilot error, not the fault of the plane itself. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty hotly anticipated airplane, and I think some of the steam has been, or some of the wind's been taken out of the sails by the release of the Flight Factor A320. But and inevitably the comparison is going to come up, like what does this offer versus the 320? And I think that's a discussion that we're going to have here until the end of time. And I will tell you that already, like I will tell you just based on one flight with this airplane, that the 320 is probably a much more complete and much better aircraft than this thing. This is very good. This is very well put together. There's some things that the 320 doesn't do that this thing does, and I think also vice versa. That being said, this is also currently $20 cheaper, and soon will be $30 cheaper when the 320 goes to its final price of, I think, $100 is what they said. And this is currently on sale for $70. So, everything that we look at, anything that's missing, anything that's maybe a little bit subpar, perhaps, is made up for the fact by the fact that this is actually a fairly significant price differential from the other plane. Well, significant, of course, is all relative, right? I will caveat that all by saying I have received a review copy of this airplane, as I do with many airplanes in the sim, and did not pay for it. So you will let that skew my opinion as you think it should. I try to be as fair and balanced, not in the Fox News way as I can, but that is what it is. What it is. Smile complicated. Good to see you. Why is the plane gray? Because I made the plane gray. I put some custom textures in here. Yeah, I love how safe situation. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff that this thing does that I'm probably not going to cover and talk about. There will be people putting actual reviews out there of the airplane, and you can go, and I encourage you to go read those reviews to find out about features and things that exist in this that I'm not going to discuss. Because things like the save states and the things like that, I have no use for save states. I have zero use for save states because I fly online. If my sim crashes, that's it. We're done. We'll figure out why it crashed. We'll start a new one up, and off we go. So, yeah. So that's the big caveat. Which one will suit a newbie to Airbus? I don't know, man. They're both of these airplanes are very complex. I don't like the word study level, but I would say that both of these are sort of approaching that same level of complexity and level of things with which they simulate. So one might argue that neither of these planes are newbie friendly. I don't know. It kind of depends on your aptitude with the various planes, the systems, and kind of things of that nature. So I don't have a good answer for that. And the thing with, you got to realize with me coming into this airplane, I've been flying some manner of Airbus planes now for probably like 3 or 4 years. Like even the JAR design plane. The JAR design, maybe it's not the best simulated plane, but it still gets you familiar with how to Airbus. And the ideas and the concepts behind what you do with the Airbus. So, as I'm firing this plane up, in the real world, the 320, the 321, the 319, the 318, they all share a single type rating. So the idea is that a pilot who's certified on a 320 can jump on a 319 and be able to fly it no issues. So I'm jumping into this under the assumption that with what I have learned about how to Airbus, I should be able to just fly this thing. So I don't have a good answer for you as to which one's more newbie friendly. Probably neither of them. Ace Smarts, thank you very much for 10 months, man. Cheers to you. I do appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to fly it. I got 2 flights planned today. 2 flights we're going to do. We're going to fly, first of all, from San Jose all the way up to Reno. San Jose's got a pretty interesting departure where you head south, you crank it around back north, and then you go east to keep you out of the San Francisco arrival stream. So that's interesting. I haven't ever flown out of San Jose before, so that'll be kind of cool. Reno's always fun. And then from Reno, we're going to make our way down to SoCal and head down to the benevolent John Wayne Airport. And I haven't actually approached John Wayne too many times from this direction. So it should be, both of these flights should be pretty fun, pretty interesting. That's all I've really got planned tonight. I'm probably not going to do a super long stream today because I've got some other stuff I got to take care of tonight. And there's always the chance that Mother Nature could actually still knock out my power. So who knows? But anyway, Airbus A319. ToLiSs. ToLiSs, I've seen this capitalization of ToLiSs like 4 different ways, so I have no idea what kind of caps that should be used when describing ToLiSs or what ToLiSs stands for or anything. I don't know. This one has the S as lowercase. In some places, one S has been uppercase. 2 S's have been uppercased. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we're at the gate. We're cold and dark. When you fire the plane up, the GPU has been on by default for me, which I'd rather it not, but whatever. I think there's an option to turn that off. But we're going to start this thing up. We're going to start with 2 batteries. 1, 2. And we'll go ahead and crank on that external power. This thing will start to come to life here. So the screens will do the initialization thing. Every time you fire this up, you got to add some brightness to the screen. So we're just going to go max brightness there. We're going to come down here and go max brightness here. We're going to go max brightness there. We're going to come up here. We're going to max brightness over here. And then we're going to go max brightness here so we can actually see those screens. They come in kind of dim by default, and it'd be nice if it would remember my selection. Change ourselves over to Americanized units. Displays come on board there. We'll turn this guy here by hitting the brightness button. Verify our air rack cycles 1803. Fantastic. We'll go to flight plan. Or sorry, we'll go to init, I should say. First flight's going to be from KSJC. I'm going to KRNO. Push you in right there. Go to the overhead. Oops. Go to the overhead panel. Nav. While we're doing this, we'll go left side. Looks fantastic. Center console is good, except I want to turn on my nav and logo lights. We'll turn the no smoking seatbelt sign on. We will arm the emergency exit lights, and then the right panel is fantastic. At that point, come back down to the FMC. Click on the Align IRS button, and we're ready to go. Our flight today will be taking us up to flight level 270. And our cost index will be 10. Before we go any further now, we're going to call up, we're going to call clearance delivery.
Reach on.
And get our clearance to get out of here. Goldsy77. Goldsy, thank you very much for 6 months, man. Cheers to you, Sean. I do appreciate it. Prime Coder, welcome aboard. He says, SJC is my home airport. Does Airbus have the equivalent of a green banana bar that the Boeing has? Some of them do.
Reach on.
I think so. I think some do, actually. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't know. I never looked. This one I don't think does. Brown Badco here for 14 months. The power outage stream. I've been on generator since Friday at 6:30. Is that AM or PM, man? I'm assuming it's PM. Chris, thank you very much for your continued support, though. Cheers to you, buddy. Hope you get your power back soon. I should have hosted a bunch of you guys here at my place tonight because I do have power. I got power and I got a stocked beer fridge and like 100 gallons of wine downstairs. But thanks very much, Chris. I do appreciate it. Another one of my Boston cronies here. All right, so let's go up here. We would pop ourselves outside, take a look at this lovely Spirit livery, and oh, actually, I need to go to clearance delivery, don't I? Stand by. 18-0. 18.0. All right. Let's see. We're gonna play radio roulette and see if the radios actually work. San Jose clearance radio check.
Oh, it's aircraft calling read 11, sir.
San Jose clearance, Spirit Wing 717 IFR to Reno.
Spirit 717, San Jose clearance to Reno, Tahoe Airport, Birmingham for departure, Birmingham. Then it's filed, climb via SID, squawk 6605.
Clear to Reno, Boomerang 4, Boomerang as filed, climb via SID 6605, Spirit Wing 717.
Birmingham 717, read back correct.
Great. Okay, we'll turn him now. Okay, so we go to flight plan, SJC. Let's see here. We're planning on we're going to fly to the southeast. So we'll plan for 12 left will be our departure runway. So departing from 12 left. And we're going to be on the Boomerang 4 with no transition. Insert that. And that should then take us down to Griff and then Boomerang. And from there, we're going to go to Reno. And in Reno, they are currently landing airplanes on the tarmac. Oh, you're so funny, catstrator. That's why we come watch you. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're going to plan for 16 left. So arrival. ILS, we'll plan for 16, right? There is nothing for 16 left. Okay, great, good news. So let's plan for that. Yeah, that's fine. We're coming in on the Sierra 3. And we're going to be coming in via Sacramento, which I believe means no via. Approach, oh yeah, and then transition is apparently stays at none. And approach via, no via, insert. Good, all right. Delete that discontinuity there. So we have a manual segment that gets flown, a discontinuity, which is okay. We go to Griff, Boomerang, Sacramento, HOBOA, and then we fly manually from there. And then our flight plan here takes us onto an approach that we will probably maybe sort of get. I have no idea, actually. And we're good there. All right, good, great. All right, let's get ready for flight. Now we will pull up the menu. So we go ToLiSs here, open ICIS screen. Now, one of the complaints I have is that you can't move the damn menu. Like, you cannot move this menu anywhere. So this is interesting because this acts as sort of a rudimentary flight computer as well. It gives you a lot of stuff that you have on the electronic flight bag that comes with the 320, similar kind of thing. Only you can't move the damn thing, and you can't pan out of the way. So we're also going to open the FMC here, move this over to the left side, put these two side by side because this will be important here in just a moment. Aircraft configuration, though, first of all, if I go to SimBrief is telling me number of passengers we currently have are 119, so 119 on the passengers. Doop. Make them sit in the back. I don't want you up in front. There's no first class for you guys. You're on Spirit. And then as far as cargo goes, we'll bring the zero fuel weight to 54.7. Zero fuel weight is currently 53.2, so we want to add 1.4-ish. So we'll add 700 pounds to this, bring that to 930. And we'll add 700 pounds to this, bring it up to 970. 970, good enough. All right, 54.6, 54.7, that's pretty much it. All right, so apply these load settings. And then as far as the fuel goes, we want to have 5.6 tons of fuel. About right there. Quick defuel, quick refuel, whatever. All right, so that's the aircraft loading stuff. So then we're going to go to the init page. I'm going to go right here. And this tricked me up the first time. So with a lot of these airplanes in the past, one of the things you do is you just say, all right, what's my zero fuel weight? 54.6. All right, 54.6. And you put it in right there. And it says entry out of range. And I sat here for way longer than I care to admit, trying to say, why the hell won't it take my damn zero fuel weight? So you either have to go /54.6, and it enters the zero fuel weight, or you need to also then enter the zero fuel CG. So we need to go 33.3/ and then 54.6. 0.6. Put that in there. So then that fills in the zero fuel weight CG. The / says, all right, another field, and then the 54.6 fills in the zero fuel weight. I spent a very long time trying to figure out why the hell that didn't work, because no other Airbus variant has done that. So that's a public service advisory for you to not do what I did. Black fuel's going to be 5.6. I got a couple subscriptions here. We're going to come back to them. I know. We'll get them in a second. Block fuel to 5.6. Got an extra time of 140 minutes tonight, so 2.5 hours extra fuel to get us to our alternate and time from there. Fantastic. We go to the perf page now. So on the bottom right corner of the screen here, this is why you need to have this thing up, because it's got all your weights. And then if you go 1+F to take off like we're going to do, it's also going to give you your V speeds, your CG, and your flex temperature. And it knows what runway we're taking off of as well, which I'm guessing this is a pretty good performance calculator, to be honest, but I have no real way to compare it to anything. So we're going to be taking off 1+F, so that's /1, or configuration 1 with flaps. It's going to be V1 of 128, 128, VR of 151, 51, and a V2 of 152. That's going to give us a climb out speed of 167 knots. Transition altitude is 18,000 feet. We're not going to take off shift at all. We're going to be flaps 1/ and our CG, or our trim, I should say, is down 1.0. DN 1.0. And our flex temperature is 73. Derate the crap out of the plane. Good, good, good. All right, so we can close out. We can push that away. Head on over to the right here. Come on down to our transponder. We're going to be 6605. 6605. And we'll go altitude reporting on. Okay, so these are all set. We're good to go there. We have a transponder. Good, 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 good. All right. IRS has still got 1 minute on the alignment. That's fine. We will then go to the departure. So if we want to talk about the boomerang for departure, and I still know we got subs, we'll get to them in a second. We want to talk about the boomerang for departure coming out of San Jose. So sit here and click on it, click on it, click on it. First of all, the top altitude is 15,000 feet, so that's what we've been cleared to. 15,000. This departure says, on departure, fly heading 126. Climb heading 126, or as assigned by ATC, expect radar vectors to the Griff intersection at or above 13,000 feet, and then continue on to Boomerang from there. From Boomerang, then, we're going to go direct to the Sacramento VFR, or VOR, I should say, and then we'll be on the arrival. And if I want to brief the arrival real quick, because that's not going to happen real fast. It's a very short flight. The Sierra 3 arrival says, fly from Sacramento, expect 16,000 at Haboa. All right, so let's do that. Flight plan. And Haboa. So we'll actually put 16,000 feet at Haboa. 16,000. Altitude constraint. We'll just assume that's what we get. That's not actually a constraint, but that way the VNAV has something to sort of work off. And that is fantastic. So we've done the LNAV. We've done the VNAV. We've done the transponder. We've got our RSs aligned. I think we're good to go. Chevy Rules, good to see you, man. Cheers to you. Happy Friday, or happy Saturday. Jack Flight, welcome aboard. William KTM 94, welcome aboard. Mr. Benny H, good to see you, buddy. We'll be able to stay long. Big night. Understandable, dude. Cheers. 1 + F = potato. Lumber Hacks, welcome aboard. Brennan Ivan, good to see you. Jack, thank you very much for 9 months, man. Brings a bottle of beer for this man, Jack. Cheers to you, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Mike, thanks for the host. 757 Spy here for 4 months. He says there's always a slash that you have to type. Not in the Flight Factor A320. If you click on the request button, I guess if you click on the request button, it fills it all in for you. 757 Spy, thank you very much for 4 months, though. If you guys aren't following 757 Spy, you should be. Chili Willie here for 2 months. He says, hello, Ty and chat. Looking forward to Vegas. Only 3 months away. Hell yeah, dude. Chili, thank you very much for your continued support, buddy. Cheers. Looking forward to see you get back in the saddle here pretty soon, man. Paco Bort, welcome aboard. KRNO Geek, welcome aboard. All right. So what we're going to do, okay, is I'm going to step away for 2 minutes because I had a beer before we started the stream, and I'm working on another one here. And if you've never drank before, certain things happen, and they happen usually at the most inopportune time. So we're going to admire the outside of this airplane and the sound of this thing running. And I'm going to step away for just a moment. So we'll be right back. Benny H says, now I've broken the seal. Yeah, rookie move, right? All right, so let's get the pushback started here.
Please show me where you want to go.
We'll just, we can stay in the non-movement area if we just do something like this. Then we don't have to deal with calling up ground just yet. While that's coming in here,
Ground to cockpit. Tow is
we'll turn on
up.
the APU. Make sure the APU is coming online. Never flown Spirit before, but I've heard they're bad. They're not fantastic. Will Pipes, welcome aboard, man. Happy Saturday. Good to see it. All right, here comes the APU online. That EGT, I think, got a little bit on the high side. But hey, what do I know?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Link her up, buddy. Let's go. Home of the Bear Fair. It's so stupid. N90 Flyer, it's good to see you, man. Bear Rover, welcome aboard. That was a quick dump of fuel, yeah, right? Doesn't take long. All right, so that's good. We'll go to the overhead panel, turn the APU bleed on. We will quickly verify on the electric panel that we have APU gen available to us. And we have APU bleed is connected. Back to the overhead panel here. External power can come off. Plane has thankfully not died.
And bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
ToLiSs, open the screen, ground services, turn off the external power. Good there. We'll go ahead and turn the park brake off. We'll start to push.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Damn straight I will. Seatbelt signs on. Beacon on. Overhead panel is in a state where I want it. Fuel pumps are all on. Fantastic. And we'll turn the igniter on. And we'll start engine number 2. I don't think the PT... Well, I guess the PT is running. Okay. How's Logan? Good to see you. What are my initial thoughts on the aircraft? It's pretty good. Like, systems-wise, it's really good. On the visual and sound front, it leaves something to be desired. But that's... I mean, I think this plane is a good value for what it is. If I had infinite funds and had to choose between the two, I would choose the Flight Factor A320. But I am content and happy with this airplane. Okay. Okay, it's doing its thing. Let's do
traffic.
You don't say.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Park brake. Do engine number 1.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Grab NorCal departure 121.3. Just write that down. I'm far enough high. I'm high enough that the coastal flooding is not an issue here. So yeah, we're doing all right. We had minimal damage in the house, which is nice. There's definitely, like, a lot of people in the Boston area are a lot less fortunate than we were. Nerf my age, good to see you, man. We're flying to Reno. Plain stupid, welcome aboard. Well, because you're happy, we're happy too. All right, man. Let's get turked. Happy Saturday. How's the VNAV compared to the flight fact? Don't know. First flight I did, I broke the VNAV. So we'll find that out together.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Once again, I will point out I'm running a custom texture and a custom sound pack available from the org. The default stuff is leave something to be desired. So we have that. Let me get my chart up here. Let's set our trim. Trim is down 1.0. Trim is down 1.0. Down 1.0, about right there. We're gonna go flaps 1. Don't like that. Cube 8-bit. I'm not sure what you're saying, buddy, but you better hope that it's nothing too bad. No Russian. No, only English here. Only English. Sorry. What flight is this? First time I caught you live too. Nice, man. We're flying from San Jose up to Reno tonight. This afternoon. Whatever time it happens to be. Welcome aboard, Charlie DeLap. Good to see you. All right, flaps are set. Trim is set. Let's do lights. Do. If you bleed off. If you master off. Auto brake max. Brake fans. Arm spoilers. And then all we have left to do is check the cabin. I don't know. They told me that you push this button right here. That checks the cabin. And then we'll test the takeoff config. Good there. Let's go to our flight controls. Right rudder. Left rudder. Full back. Full forward. Right aileron. Left aileron. Hawaiian Hippie, thank you very much for the bits, man. Hope you're doing well, dude. How about that nor'easter? Dude, it was crazy. We'll talk about it some more up in the air. I just talked about it for like 20 minutes on the ground, but yeah, dude, that was a crazy storm, man. Cheers, Hawaiian Hippie. Thank you very much for the bits, man. I really appreciate it. Try and leave the engines on for this flight. Yeah, no kidding, man. always sound advice. Okay, ground's 21.7. The click spots are kind of weird here and not super obvious. That's one thing I've noticed. San Jose Tower 24.0. It's alright, we'll survive. Okay, that's set, that's on. And oh, I need the weather. That's the last thing. I knew I was forgetting something.
350, we're on Zulu right for taxi.
Okay, 160, 13, got 17, 10 miles.
Runway 30 right.
Broken. And altimeter 3005.
That's 30 right via Zulu Alpha for 9350. Did you verify that the departure is valid for 30 right?
FC United 350, my mistake. Try to take another look at the wind data switched on me. Runway 12 right. Progress runway 12 left, taxi via Zulu.
Alright, 12 left via Zulu, United 350.
Okay. Brake set, park brake.
San Jose ground, big surprise here, American 427, looking for a push on a Zulu.
Brake check, brakes work.
American 427, San Jose ground, standby.
San Jose ground, Spirit Wing 717 terminal for taxi with the weather.
Spirit Wing 717, San Jose ground, runway 12 left, taxi via Yankee.
12 left, Yankee, Spirit Wing 717. Oh man, we got a heli pilot joining us. He must be back from work already.
Push on a Zulu approved, American 427, thanks.
Prime Coder, welcome aboard.
Recon.
Serby plays here for 6 months. Serby, thank you very much for 6 months, man. I've wasted money on you for 6 months. I don't see it as wasting money. Come on, man. Cheers. Thank you very much, though, man. I appreciate it. Where was heli pilot at? Turn that down a touch. I'm just going to follow company traffic. I'm not sure he's on the right taxiway, but we're just going to follow him. And if he gets yelled at, I get yelled at. Almost picked the plane up, but after grabbing the 320, didn't see the need to buy a 319 too. Yeah, it's a discussion that's going to be had. I think when you talk about these two airplanes, it's going to be a discussion of one or the other, not one and the other. If you have a thing for a 319, then this might be a good plane for you. Overall, I think I would choose. He's lost.
San Jose Tower United 350, we're going short 12 left.
San Jose Tower runway 12 left, go for takeoff.
Or takeoff 12 left, United 350.
He's not using the whole threshold. It doesn't matter. I'll take off from there too. I'm just going to follow him. I'm probably doing it wrong. No, not so glory. Welcome aboard. Iowa Scotsman, good to see you. Dan in Vermont, happy Friday. Or Saturday. Is this really $70? Yes, it is. Like, systems-wise, this plane is really good. It may not be a looker, it may not sound the best, but the systems are pretty good.
Traffic.
Thank you.
Traffic.
Okay. Tower. 24 flat. 21.3.
Traffic.
We could turn that off on the ground. San Jose Sour, Spirit Wing 717, short 1-2 left.
Runway 717 has a
Reach on,
runway 12
reach
left for
on,
takeoff.
reach on.
Clear for takeoff for me, 1-2 left, Spirit Wing 717.
At 350, contact departure.
Departure.
Lights. Lights. Camera. Action. 1, 2, 3. Green.
At 250 north on departure. We're to contact Climate Follow 1 at
Traffic.
Clear right. Clear left. Val Dudes, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, man. Cheers to you, Val Dudes. Hope you're doing well. Do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, man. I need to get back and get in your channel for a while. I haven't been there for a bit. I've been too busy at work lately. All right. 1-2 left identified. Here we go. Set the clock. Engines up. Stable in the green. Man, flex 73. Airspeed's alive. $100 knots. V1. VR.
As soon as they ground American 427 on Zulu with the weather ready to taxi.
Positive rate. Gear.
American 427, 7 is ground, runway 12 left, taxi via Foxtrot, Yankee, November.
Foxtrot, Yankee, November, 12 left, American 427.
Not bad.
Spirit Wing 717, contact SoCal.
Over departure, 717. Departure. Autopilot. There's acceleration speed. Back to thrust climb. Go U off, U off, U off. Deactivate after takeoff. Gears up, lights out. Flaps are in.
Reach on,
Turn ignition off.
reach on, reach on.
Ground spoilers are now disarmed. We're good to go. NorCal departure. It's good to see us. Spirit Wing 717, 3000, climbing Boomerang 4. There's our slat speed.
Spirit Wings 717, NorCal departure, radar contact San Jose altimeter 3005.
05. Calbert, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers. I do appreciate it. Yeah, these engines aren't, like, the engines aren't too bad once we're going. The buzzsaw was pretty good. And I think Black Box had the same thing to say about the buzzsaw, that it was very well done.
United 350, contact Oakland 712
Fix there. Traffic. Anna Gaming, thank you very much for the tip, man. Cheers, I do appreciate it. And apparently the guy who made this plane, the team that made this plane, like, they work on the real thing, so they might know a thing or two of what they're doing.
Yeah, 350 Oakland Center.
I won't confirm or deny that. Am I using X Enviro? Nope. Stock weather, stock
Yeah,
clouds.
350, turn left heading 340.
ATC sounds are low.
Spirit Wing 717, turn left heading 340.
340, Spirit Wing 717. Alright, comes the left turn to 340. Still in the soup. We can go weather radar on. Don't worry about wind shear here. We'll turn the radar on. I think that works. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get Turk. Welcome aboard. Frames are very good. Yeah, this plane is very easy on the frames, which is a nice bonus. Mr. Sendaro, welcome aboard, sir. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Seems pointless to have both the airplanes barely differ between the three models. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you already own, if you already own the 320, there may not be any reason to get this one. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to actually we're here to show it off and talk about it. Oh man.
Yeah, 350, clear direct X, then resume the Mogi transition. Yeah, 350, contact Oakland Center 127.45. Spirit Wing 717, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Flight level 190, Spirit Wing 717. All right, 19,000. I'm going to turn that down because now he's all crackly. Go back to where it was.
Ready 427, San Jose Tower, on the right, 2 left, clear for takeoff.
I'm not sure why it's coming through so quiet. Back devices.
Yeah, 350, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 270.
100%. I don't know. JC Villum here for 2 months. JC Villum says, glad you survived the nor'easter okay. Yeah, me too, man. JC Villum, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you.
.com 2499, contact Salt
That nor'easter
Lake
was crazy, man.
City
It
Center
was a pretty insane storm. Mr. Zeisen, good to see you, man. Doing very well. We're surviving. We're living. We're here. Zine, welcome aboard. Hope they do some work on the texturing and modeling after they finish systems. It really has potential. I agree, man. I think that's the biggest thing that will be holding this plane back. The custom textures in the org are better. I think the sounds could also use some work, but I'm running custom sounds as well. But they're still kind of like, eh.
Yeah, 1399, climbing to ground on request.
But the systems are sort of the big...
Spirit Wing 717, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
132.2, Spirit Wing 717. All right, 32.
Reach on.
Two.
Reach on. Reach on.
Oakland Center, Spirit Wing 717, 16,000, climbing flight level 190.
Spirit Wing 717, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 230. I'll have a turn for you in a bit.
Climb and maintain flight level 230, Spirit Wing 717.
.com 2499, Salt Lake City Center, Roger. Salt Lake, altimeter 2980.
The altitude changing is very sensitive. If you're not careful, then you go like, woo, you start going real fast on it. Incompetent CFI is here for 2 months. It's perfect time. You need a break from studying. Loving the streams, man. Competent CFI, thank you very much for your continued support, and cheers to you. Spitty 3, welcome aboard. Vasco Point, welcome aboard, sir. Hello from Boston. Frames right now running 30 to 40. I'd say, like, my experience so far has been this thing is pretty easy on the frames. It's definitely one of the better planes in terms of overall frame rate. This is a high frame area with some pretty crappy weather, so my sim is not going to run maybe as well as it should, all said and done. Go to standard. We can go turn the lights off now. Up we go. What is the blue line that appears in the navigation display when you descend? That, I believe, is the altitude at which you will... either the altitude at which you'll arrive at the VNAV path, or the altitude at which you'll arrive at the altitude you have selected. I'm not sure. Something like that.
Filed, maintain 11,000, squawk 2302.
Oh yeah, right. So one of the things that was happening yesterday when I was flying this around.
Spirit Wing 717, contact Oakland Center 132.95.
3295, Spirit Wing 717.
United 350, contact Oakland Center 132.95. Record 427 at turn, left heading 320.
Oakland Center, Spirit Wing 717, flight level 207, coming flight level 230.
Delta 4366, Salt Lake City Center, Roger. Spirit Wing 717,
John.
Oakland Center. Climb and maintain, flight level 270.
Flight level 270, Spirit Wing 717.
Oakland Center United 350s.
John Fezzik, good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well.
United 350, Oakland Center, Roger.
Kundani, it's all right, man. Welcome aboard. Steve E's, good to see you.
310, vectors.
How am I liking the plane? It's good, man. It's good. I have some minor complaints about the plane, but overall, I think it's a fantastic plane. I think that it's nice to have some competing airplanes. What did he file something different? Oh, he filed the Mogi. I didn't file the Mogi. I filed Boomerang to Sacramento. It's nice to have some different planes. It'd be nice if if these guys were making different, largely different airframes. But such is life, I suppose. But yeah, I don't really have much. The complaints about it are mostly cosmetic. As far as how it actually flies, as far as how it actually behaves and whatnot, it's pretty solid. I won't comment either way because I won't comment about the overall system's accuracy because I simply don't know. That's not my specialty. That's not my forte. But yeah, we're gonna fly it, and you can make your own assessment. Cole Freeman, welcome aboard. Torbs 902, happy Saturday. Sami Ahmed, welcome aboard.
Resume the Mogi transition.
Clear to axe to the Mogi transition. Spirit Wing 717.
Record 427.
So here comes a test.
Clear direct axe, then resume the Mogi transition.
Oops.
Duck on 2499, Salt Lake City approach. Altimeter 2978, expect visual approach runway tree. Actually, which runway would you like? Would you want 3?
I can't program that departure.
.com 2499, expect visual approach runway tree 5.
So we'll do this. We'll just go axe A, X, 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 X. X, 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 X. After...
Record 427, contact Oakland Center 132.
Okay, so we'll put axe there, and then we're going to go Mogi. I wasn't given this originally. I probably should have said something, but it doesn't matter. We'll delete that. We'll insert, and then we'll go direct to axe. Okay.
Record 427, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Retard.
I think he's going to be very surprised. Oakland Center, Spirit Wing 717, just for your planning purposes, we didn't file to Mogi, but I've got Axe Mogi in my unit now. After Mogi, we had planned to go to Sacramento. Do you want us to go somewhere else?
Spirit Wing 717, thanks. Yeah, I see the discontinuity now. I thought you're doing the same route as United. Let's see. Do you want to do the Sacramento than the Sierra 3?
Yeah, we can do that for Spirit Wing 717.
Spirit Wing 717, thanks for letting me know. Clear direct Sacramento via rather than join the Sierra 3 rather.
Okay, Sacramento Sierra 3 arrival, United or Spirit Wing 717. I don't know where the United keeps coming from. Direct. Actually, we're gonna talk about that in a second too. All right, so direct to Sacramento. I should have said something originally before I programmed this in, because I knew that was a mistake there on their part. It just there's 3 of us that are flying, and those 2 guys are flying the same route, and mine is ever so slightly different. It's really not a big deal though. K-Buff Aviator here for 11 months. This is 1 month off of the magic number. Happy Saturday. K-Buff Aviator, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you, my friend. I don't think we'll ever get nav data for the 320. Yeah, if you want to talk about one advantage this has over the 320, it's that Navigraph works. You can get nav data for the 320. You just have to go through Aerosoft instead. All right, so we're at cruise. We'll turn the seatbelt sign off. Let them sit down for a little bit. Or get up, I should say. and we'll be chilling.
.com 2499 Salt Lake City approach. Roger, descend and maintain 10,000.
I don't know about those sounds. Even with the custom sounds, I don't know if it changed that, but oh man. Turn that one up. Let's turn those down a touch. Yeah. Don't forget to say correction. Pilot Guy 717, good to see you, man. I like your number. You've missed the departure out of San Jose. We're on our way up to Reno. And after Reno, we're going to head down to John Wayne. Last week, trying to get back on X-Plane 11. Kept seeing less than 20 FPS. Tried disabling all my plugins. Used minimum settings. Nothing changed. Of an i7 3770 GTX 1070. You shouldn't have any issues, man. Update your graphics drivers. Make sure nothing else is running in the background. Make sure that it's actually using your 1070. And if all else fails, head over to the org and see if their support forums can give you a hand. Mortified 666 live on a Sunday morning. Always got to be different, man. Mortified 666, I'm doing very well, buddy. How are you?
At 1399.
Weekend has been interesting. So if you guys are just tuning in, we're live on a Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you're at in the world, because we got hit with a massive storm yesterday. And when I say massive, let me pull the picture up again that I took. So I pulled this from the GOES satellite in the U.S. This is not a hurricane, but it sure as hell looks like one.
99.
And if I were to say, where am I at? I am right here.
Would you like 2.3 or 2.5?
Where my mouse button is, or my mouse cursor is. So we got hit by this monster yesterday. It's still out there.
Yeah,
It's not quite as gnarly as it was, but you can see this thing is still humongous. And it's still blowing pretty good outside too. Like I keep seeing my curtains move. I can see the trees are still moving. Like it's a pretty just gnarly storm. So that's been my weekend so far. It's been dealing with that. I thought that we had lost part of my fence, and it turns out that it's not actually my fence. It's my neighbor's fence. So I don't have to pay for it. A very nice thing to have happen. And yeah, we're here.
Center American 427 flight level.
Flying with my buddies here.
230.
Flying this lovely new airplane, and just kind of chilling out, man. Science Sweeney, good to see you. Dang Driver, welcome aboard. Love competitions, more planes for me to enjoy. Absolutely, dude. And the nice thing is, like, this will be eventually this will be $30 cheaper than the flight factor. So I think that'll be something to take into consideration. How about the Aerobas DA62? I don't know. How about it? Perhaps we will be streaming that at some point in the near future once it's ready to be streamed. Because I may or may not be on the beta team for it, which is no big surprise. I'm looking forward to the 62. I really am. That's gonna be a fun plane. Pardon me on this one. Mel Idgerman, welcome aboard and happy Saturday.
At 350, descend to pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
PD to 240.
Rob, welcome aboard. Arrow 141, good to see you.
17, descend to pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
PD 240, 717.
Com 2499, and turn left heading 350.
So we're clear to 240.
1 miles advice when you have
we have about 30 miles to our top of descent. Let's grab our destination data while we're at it. We'll punch that in. So the Reno weather, we're currently looking at 110 at 4. That's good. Perf. Clear you out. 110/04. The altimeter 2988. 29.88.
Retard.
The temperature is 01. Transition at 180. We're going to go flaps full. Approach speed will be 135. There's no gusts to worry about or anything. Negative. And our decision height for this flight, if we grab an ILS chart here.
Retard.
The ILS, we'll do 16 right. It probably gets us down to 200 feet, it's my guess. Yep, 200 feet. Who would have guessed? 200 feet in the decision height. All right, so that's the destination data. Aviation 380 here for 10 months. It says, greeting nerds. Sorry I haven't been able to watch much lately. Been a bit busy. It's all right, man. Thought I might as well check in. Aviation 380, thank you very much for your continued support, and do not worry about not being able to check in. It happens. Cheers to you, buddy. Mortified 666. Glad to see you didn't blow away. Me too, man. Happy 3 months. Mortified, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you. Dogo DR says, how much snow did you get? We didn't get any snow, man. It was all rain and wind. I think we had about, I want to say that we had about 3 inches of rain that fell. And then it was all, like, we never got any snow up here, thankfully.
Retard.
Perf, cruise, progress. Where do I find my top of descent at?
2499, Salt Lake
think that it would
City
tell me.
Tower, wind tree 0 runway tree 5, clear line.
But it doesn't. It shows me, but it doesn't tell me what the time is. But we know that we're about 15 or so miles away from top of descent. I don't know the systems well enough to know where this thing would even be.
Yeah, 350, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Doesn't matter.
322, no 350.
Start down here. I don't know. How about now? So to start this thing down, we're 240. We'll go ahead and push that button in right there. Apparently it's going to do an open descent. Interesting. I pushed it in. It's supposed to do managed descent, but it's calling me. It's calling me out for an open descent.
350 Oakland Center.
Whatever. Good enough.
To maintain 16,000. The Reno altimeter.
We'll survive. Okay. So a gentleman at the store found fish in his yard. Holy crap, dude. So yeah, there was extensive coastal flooding that was nearby. That doesn't impact me. I'm close to, I'm near the coast, but I'm high enough that it's not an issue. But there was quite a lot of flooding that happened around here too, in addition to the wind.
Contact Oakland Center 132.2.
32-2, 717. Leahy Liquor, welcome aboard, by the way.
Reckon 427. Expect to cross spoon at 16,000. Descend at pilot's discretion. Maintain flight level 240.
Oakland Center United 717. Flight level 251, descending to flight level 240.
Spreading 717, Oakland Center, cross Hoboa, at a maintain 16,000, Reno altimeter 2988.
16,000 at Hoboa, 717. Alright, 16 at Hoboa.
Yeah, 1399, Farmington Tower, wind 180 at 11, gust 18, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
So I think we're a little bit above the path that we're supposed to have, which is fine. But that's all right. We're gonna get down to 16 a little bit early. Not worried about that though. Rather be there early than late. Here, Virginia winds caused damage to houses. My neighbors lost siding and shingles. Sheds were destroyed. Many trees were down. Yeah, dude, that's been kind of the story across the whole East Coast. This thing is insane. No flying sharks. No, not this time around, dude. Flybad64, good to see it. Bought an Alienware laptop, getting low FPS. Would you recommend upping my RAM to 32 gigabytes for better frames? So the 16 to 32 gigs may help, but I don't know. It probably wouldn't help significantly. I would say turn some settings down, see if you can get those frames up a little bit more. Yeah. Tuning for the sim is different for everybody's PC, unfortunately. What is the big driver of frame rates? Processor, RAM, or VRAM? Yes. If you are short on any one of those, then your frame rates can be low. If you have enough of any one of those, then your frame rates are fine. Like any one of if you don't have a fast enough processor, you're going to get low frames. If you don't have enough VRAM, you're going to get low frames. If you don't have enough of a graphics card, you're going to get low frames. It's sort of finding that balancing point where you can utilize all of them to the fullest potential to maximize your frame rate. Like right now, we're running at 35 to 40 or so, and that's probably about average for me coming into a place like this with this kind of weather. Your PC needs to be balanced. Yep. Yeah, for the flight sims especially. Now, when you're talking about other video games, like if you're going to fire up Grand Theft Auto or something, then it's largely CPU or it's largely GPU bound, I should say. But
United 350,
yeah.
Reno
Cayman
to
Pilot,
South,
sorry I missed that.
left
Cayman
heading
Pilot, welcome to the Beer of the Month
010
Club.
vectors.
Thank you very much for your support, Cayman Pilot. Cheers to you, buddy.
Left,
I do appreciate it.
010, United 350.
United 350, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 16,000.
My aunt lives in the Boston area. Need to
Alright,
get out
we're,
that way. Last time we were there, I went to
45,
Salem.
16,000.
I live near Salem.
It's 350.
I live in the I live relatively close to Salem. It's a nice area, beautiful area, especially if you come out here in the summertime.
United 1399.
Like I don't think there's very many
Contact
places in the
us.
US that are better than Boston in like a very narrow window from the
Dot 4366,
end of
contact
July to the beginning of
Seattle
August.
725.1.
Two-Toe Murphy, it's good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. You guys use Fork Boys ortho? Negative. I made my own ortho. Made it myself. So yeah, I went flying in the real world on Wednesday. My wife and I flew down to, I should say, Hartford, Connecticut. We ended up meeting up with Mr. Max, Cirrus Max, for dinner.
Dot 4360.
It was a good time. As
Yeah,
we're
Roger.
climbing out of Beverly Airport underneath the Boston Bravo. So it's actually, this is kind of cool.
United 1399, then descend and climb and
So
maintain
we'll pull the
16,000
sectional
ladder.
here. Zoop. All right, so Beverly Regional is where I fly out of right here. Boston is down here. And now when Boston brings traffic in, they tend to bring them across almost over top of Beverly to vector them onto the ILS. So Beverly Airport sort of becomes a converging point for a lot of traffic that's coming in about 3,500 feet. So I'm climbing out of Beverly. I climb up to the north and make my turn back around this way to head down.
350, reaching 16,000, reduce speed to 250.
I was flying here all the way down to here.
When we get to 16,000, we're going to bring it back to 250 on United 350.
Spirit wind 717, maintain 300 knots or greater.
300 knots or greater, Spirit Wing 717.
I'll have slow once you get closer to Reno. I'm just trying to keep you number one right now. American 427, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
So let's get
Oakland Center,
300 on the
427,
speed.
Flight level 252, descending 240.
We're going to go vertical speed mode here.
American 427, Oakland Center, thanks. Turn left heading 350, vectors for...
So we'll let her go ahead and speed up
descend
to
at
300
pilot's
knots and we'll come back and tell my
discretion,
story some more.
Reno altimeter 2988.
Seatbelt sign on.
Okay, left 350, PD down to 16,000.
We'll go back to our managed descent. So that time it actually went into descent mode. Interesting. Like 2 dots is a pull and 1 dot is a push, and I think I was on the push, but now it went into managed descent. That's all right. We'll keep it open descent down to 16. There's no reason to go 300 feet per minute. I do need the altimeter, and then I'll finish my story. Altimeter is over here. I think it was 88, yeah.
350, contact NorCal approach.
Push you in 29er
19.2, United 350.
29er 88.
Dot 4366, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
29er 88. There we go. All right, so I flew out of Beverly. And as I'm flying out of Beverly, I climb up to the sort of the north and then head down to the southwest to head this way. There's a solid stream of airline traffic that's coming in over top and converging on my point. So there was a point actually when I took off. There was an airliner that was 1,000 feet.
Contact NorCal approach 119.2.
19.2, Spirit Wing 717.
United 350, NorCal approach. Thanks, Reno altimeter 2988, expect visual approach, runway 16 right.
Right, visual 16 right.
We'll get there soon. I need to get the weather. Approach Spirit Wing 717, 16,000 with the weather.
Spirit Wings 717, NorCal approach. Thanks, Reno altimeter 2988, expect visual approach, runway 16 right.
88, and we'll expect that 717. So I have
Spirit Wings 717, depart Hoboa, present heading, vectors visual approach.
out of Hoboa, present heading, vectors visual, Spirit Wing 717. He keeps interrupting my story. All right, So we're in heading mode now.
350, descend and maintain
16,000 feet. Here comes the
13,000.
boa. So
13,000.
as I'm banking out, there's a couple airliners that are like 1,000 feet above me to my left, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
350, turn
You
left
got the
heading
whole city of
340,
Boston off my
shutdown.
off my left wing, which is
340,
amazing.
350.
And it was a nice, just super nice, smooth flight heading down to Hartford. Hartford Airport, the Hartford Brainerd Airport requires like a freaking, I swear to God, like a 10-degree glide slope coming in there. There's a 40-foot dike with like 20-foot trees on it right before the runway threshold. So you're coming down at a pretty steep angle. And that was definitely a sportier landing compared to what I normally have coming in there. Dinner was great and whatnot. Came back. As we came back, it started raining a little bit, so it was my first time kind of dealing with some of the rain stuff. And Boston, I'm coming in from the southwest here. Putting this stuff up here like anybody actually cares, but whatever.
Wing 717, descend and maintain 14,000.
14,000, Spirit Wing 717. So as I'm coming back then, a little 172 here. We're down at Brainerd. So we made our way up here. My plan was to fly over Bedford. And as I got close to the Boston Bravo, I figured I would descend down to 2,900 feet because 2,900 feet clears the Boston Bravo and also clears the
717. Thanks for the help with the speed. Maintain 250 knots or greater.
250 or greater, Spirit Wing 717.
American 427, contact
All
NorCal.
right, so let's get our speed back to
250.
250. So we're coming in to 5,500 feet, flying, and I get the call that I wanted to hear. Cleared through the Boston Bravo, 5,500 feet.
Descend and maintain.
Go direct to Beverly. Say again, Spirit Wing 717.
Spirit Wing 717, descend and maintain 11,000.
11,000, Spirit Wing 717.
Hotel approach, American 427.
So I get the call that I want to hear. They cleared me into the Boston Bravo at 5,500 feet direct to Beverly. So I'm doing a jaunt basically with the airliners. So as I'm flying over to Beverly Airport, I'm getting within range of Boston. I can see them stacking all the planes coming down on the ILS here. ILS 22 left is what they were landing that night, and it was just freaking awesome. And then the controller, as we're coming in, he kept stepping me down until I finally got clear of the Bravo. And they handed me off to, well, they told me to go do my own thing. Awesome flight. It was good stuff, man. Captain Aviation, it's good to see you, man. Fire City, welcome aboard. How do you like the click spots as opposed to the flight factor? I'm not sure I'm a fan of the click spots in this plane. I don't find the radios to be obvious enough when you're on the big versus the small. I don't know. I've had a few click issues. The scroll wheel stuff kind of bothers me too, because it's like you scroll a little bit, it goes a little bit. If you try to scroll it fast, it just shoots up. So yeah, it'll take some getting used to. I think the flight factor's done it pretty well as far as the stuff goes. Performance, the 319 gets a few more frames than the flight factor does. All right, so there's no weather out here. Let's turn the weather radar off.
Spirit Wing 717, Reno Airport, 2 to 3 o'clock, 15 miles. Advisory heaven and sun.
We're IMC right now, 717.
Thank you. Spirit Wing 717, descend maintain 10,000.
10,000, Spirit Wing 717.
United 350, descend maintain 1,000.
All right.
1,000 now, 350.
So yeah, it was a good night for flying. It was an awesome little flight coming up there. See when we get the bases here, man. Like this is kind of crazy.
Yeah, 1399, expect that.
Once we pop out, it should be kind of over here at our 2 o'clock or so, but I'm not confident that we're going to get down. This might be it. We've got 1,500 feet to go before you stop descending me. But we are in the soup. Now it's off my 3 o'clock. I bet tower's going to be next too, so let's pull the taxi diagram up here.
United 350 reaching 11,000, reduce speed to
1870.
Right at 11,000, we'll bring it back to 210, United 350.
American 427 reaching 13,000, reduce speed to 240.
1870.
240 on the speed after reaching 13,000, American 427.
Spirit Wing 717, descend and maintain 90,000.
So maintain 9,000, Spirit Wing 717.
United 350, descend and maintain 10,000.
Let's just go open to get myself
Right,
down.
10,000, United 350.
we've got 1,000 to go. We're still in the soup. We're looking for the field. We're looking for the ground. We're looking for something. No dice, though. Okay, I've got the ground. I would not be comfortable if there's the field.
427 after you make the speed reduction, descend and maintain.
Is that the field? That's a
1
field.
1000.
That's not the field, though.
0, then descend and maintain 1000, American 427.
That's another field. And Reno, Spirit Wing 717, we're down at 900,000. We're still IMC. Can we get the ILS?
Spirit Wing 717, I'm going to be able to get you down to 7,500 in a little bit. You should break out then, but I'll have you join the localizer. We can prepare you for the ILS if you need.
Okay, that should be fine. 717, wait for you. I'll let him be the expert on this one. Got my CFI check right on Thursday. Nervous is an understatement. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Dude, you've moved pretty quick, Mr. Captain Aviation. Tim Radio, good to see you. Oh, we got to have visual contact in the field, so it's not really going to do us a lot of good, even if we got it here on the old terrain radar. But so let's set up for the ILS real quick, just in case we have to fly it. The ILS 16 right
Spirit
coming.
717, turn right heading 160.
160, 717. Okay, the ILS 16 right coming into the Reno airport says tune into 110.9. We're going to be a course of 164. Reno Tower will be 18.7. We're going to take that down to minimums of 200 feet. And in the event of a missed approach, we fly to 13,000 feet, fly to Zokby, fly to Usign, fly to Yuraku.
Left 340, American 427.
And we hold at Yarko.
717, fly heading 180, descend and maintain 8,000.
180, 8,000, Spirit Wing 717.
Spirit Wing 717, maintain 180 on auto radar.
180 or greater, Spirit Wing 717. Okay, let's go to approach mode. Perf. I think we're already in approach mode, aren't we? All right, then. We go manage speed. Should bring it down to green dot. Let's keep that descent going. Okay, as we make the round here, we should get the airport momentarily. He will probably put us in the localizer. We can verify we've got that 110.9er.
Yeah, 350, descend and maintain 9,000.
9,000 and 350.
110.9er for the localizer. We've got the localizer here.
427, descend and maintain 10,000.
Descend and maintain 10,000.
Army auto brakes low. Brake fans can come on. Armed spoilers.
2,500.
Spirit Wing 717, descend and maintain 7,500.
7,500 Spirit Wing 717.
2,500.
Spirit Wing 717, safe flight conditions.
We're just breaking out now at 8,000 feet, 717.
Spirit Wing 717, thanks. Fields 12 o'clock, 12 miles, advise when you have it.
Okay, we're still looking for 717. I think that's it right there.
Spirit Wing 717, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, 717. So he's pointing us right at it. It's right here in front of us.
Heading 080.
Right 0, 350.
But I do not have the field.
United 350, say airspeed.
Sure.
Let's go flaps
Show
1.
210 indicated for United 350.
Thank you. Record 427, reduce speed to 2.
Okay, there's the town of Reno.
Maintain 9,000.
Wow, this is like
Float at
legit
210,
low
then
vis
down
stuff.
to 9,000, American 427.
No field.
Spirit Wing 717, field 12 o'clock, 8 miles.
Still looking for it. Not in sight, 717.
No problem.
Oh, we have the field now. Spirit Wing 717.
Spirit Wing 717, thanks. Can you get down okay?
Affirmative.
Spirit Wing 717, clear visual approach, runway 16 right, contact Reno Tower 18.7.
16 right, contact tower, 717. Clear for the visual.
United 350, turn right, heading 130, join the runway 16.
Okay, autopilot off, auto throttle off my airplane. Reno Tower, Spirit Wing 717, visual 16 right.
2,500.
Spirit Wing 717, Reno Tower, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 16 right, Spirit Wing 717.
United 350, the aircraft ahead reported breaking out at around 8,000. Should have you at about that altitude shortly after joining the localizer.
We have to go around altitude 4,400 feet. That gives us a... Oh, what? 4,400, about 5,900 feet would be a pattern altitude here. We had to.
2,000. Reach
full.
on. Reach on. Reach on.
Nice timing. I am Marcus. Thanks for 12 months.
Speed. Speed.
Sure is.
Speed.
Ooh.
Speed. Speed. Speed.
Right, I turned the auto throttle off. Boy, those buildings are suspiciously close to that final.
Right, heading 100.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we're on
350,
speed. Backed up by the
maintain
glide slope
7,500.
here. Just go ahead and put her in approach mode.
Reach
250,
on.
maintain
Reach on. Reach
160.
on.
Cole Freeman 95, thanks for 4 months. Cheers. Alright, there's glide slope, or there's the localizer, I should say. Showing tailwind of 11 knots. Coming up on the glide slope. Plane flying real nice.
1,000.
Cross-checked. Okay, 3 white, 1 red, a little high. 4 white, still too high. Don't think those buildings are supposed to be there. We've learned in the past that those are probably solid.
66, contact Seattle Center.
Just flipping now to a crosswind.
6.6.
Okay, gears down 3 green, flaps down
500
indicated.
fields,
Speed brake,
12 o'clock,
auto brake,
1 more miles.
in sight, clearance. Let's land.
400.
At 350, clear visual approach runway 16 right, maintain 160 knots or greater.
100 above.
5 mile flight.
300.
Continue landing.
Minimum.
427 descend and
Glide
maintain
slope.
9,000.
$100.
Dot 4366,
50,
Seattle Center,
40,
cross Raddy,
30,
Addon maintain
reach up.
12,000, Seattle
$10.
altimeter 299 trip.
5.
Okay, reversers out. Decel.
American 427, turn
100
right, heading
knots.
to make it 160. United 350, contact Reno Tower 118.7.
Manual braking.
American 427, I probably turned you early there, fly heading 150.
Reversers in.
Reach on. Reach on. Reach on.
Spirit Wing 717, nice job, exit right on November, taxi to the ramp via November and Alpha, cross runway 7 at Alpha.
November Alpha to the ramp, cross runway 7 at Alpha, Spirit Wing 717. We'll see you in a few.
That's some sort of a threat.
Damn straight it is.
Reno Tower United 350, we're a visual 16 right.
Alright. Spoilers
United
off.
350,
Flaps
Reno
in.
Tower, runway 16 right, clear to land.
16 right, clear to land, United 350.
Got our lights set. Strobe off.
American 427, descend and maintain 7,500.
APU master on.
and
APU
10
starter
right.
on. Mick Howlett, 12. Thanks for the 2 months, man. Welcome back, sir. Good to see you. I am Marcus, Cole Freeman, and Mick Howlett. Thank you guys very much for your support. Cheers to you guys. That might actually be one of my best landings.
Resume normal speed. Thanks for the help.
How long I've been streaming? I don't know, about 4 years, 5 years?
American 427, once you break out, field should be
Well,
12
people only been
o'clock,
watching me, though,
and
for maybe
right now
2.
It's 14 miles, you probably break out at around
Bit to the right,
8,000 feet or so.
bit to the left. Hop on the strobes.
American 427, clear visual approach on the 16.
Plane flies really, really, really nicely. Like, holy crap. That felt real good. Strobes off. And I think our APU should be on now, right? Yep, coming up. Airgasm indeed. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good little flight, man. The plane's good. The plane is actually really good. It's unfortunate that it's too bad that this and the Flight Factor came out at around the same time, because inevitably there's going to be the comparison between the two.
Salt Lake.
Alex, welcome aboard.
Sorry,
Good to see you.
906 Alpha Charlie, Salt Lake City ground.
How Kiz, welcome
Barely.
aboard.
Your microphone sounds like it's in another room for some reason.
I don't know where we should park. Southwest is here. I say we'll go down to the end over here. GTA boss, welcome aboard. You going to LA for the VATSIM event? Nah, dude. We're heading down to
Traffic.
Reno Tower, American 427, visual 16 right.
Heading down to John Wayne next on PilotEdge.
Reno Tower, traffic mile final, United A319, runway 16 right, number 2, cleared land.
The traffic, clear land number 2, American 427.
No pressure. There's the flare. A little bit of a thump. It's all right. Believe me, you should have seen the awful landing I had on this thing last night going into LaGuardia. If you were watching Max's stream, you definitely saw it. It was really bad. Yeah. Oh, the birthday bash. Oh, yeah. There's your solid buildings, right? Do be careful. Pop in this spot right here.
Yeah, 350. Looks like you turned on the runway 25.
Yep,
Not
apologies
entirely
on that.
legal, but we'll go with it. Thanks to the ramp VR. So, correction, just continue straight ahead on runway 25, make the second right, that'll be on Alpha. So exit right on Alpha and taxi ramp.
All right,
down.
overhead panel APU bleed on.
Yep, sorry about that. United 350 will turn second right. Taxi.
And engine 1,
via
engine
Alpha,
2.
United 350.
There's a training program for that.
That's what I hear.
At 1399, report to procedure 10 and down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Reno. I approve, man. There's the 319 between the jar and flight factor with systems depth. Honestly, the 319 and the flight factor are pretty much the same when it comes to systems depth.
I'm glad we agree. Report procedure turn inbound.
As far as systems depth goes, these are on par, if not the same, or potentially like a little bit better than the 319. I don't really know. I can't tell you about systems depth because I'm not a systems guy. If you want systems depth, you got to go install the Malbus over on the P3D side of things. We made it though. We're here. We got to Reno. That was good. That was fun. That was a really cool arrival actually. I had low expectations coming in here. I wasn't really sure what to expect out of this approach, but yeah, it ended up being quite all right. It's well above the jar, that's for sure. Flight Logic, good to see it. Will we see the bus bonanza where all 5 company buses are flown? Yeah, dude, that'd be kind of interesting.
Reach on.
How many Airbuses can we put on a single runway? The real MG867 here for 2 months. He says, did I miss everything? Nah, dude, you only missed the first flight. We're coming back with flight number 2. Flight number 2 here in just a moment. Flight Logic, Tyler, cheers, man. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Do appreciate it, buddy.
Alaska
Uber, good to see you.
Reach on.
to San Diego, Lindbergh.
Turn that off. We'll turn that down. There's Ben. Ben's taxiing at a reasonable speed because he's a reasonable man. And oh, I missed Chris's landing. Chris, put that nose down, buddy. There we go. Chris has got that F-18 aero braking going on the way down there. I missed the touchdown, though. I'm kind of disappointed by that. Does he turn on the runway? No, he hit the brakes pretty hard, though. He's not sure. He's checking to make sure it's a taxiway. Okay. I think this is a taxiway clearance. Okay, looks good. Lima. Yep, Lima confirmed. Tactical landing. That's right. We need to replay the landing. Ah, dude, I don't want to do that though. I want to turn the plane. When we're done with the stream, I'll fire it back here at Reno, and we'll do a replay. Where am I going next? I'm heading down to we're gonna head down to John Wayne next. So here's a scoop. I'm gonna step away for a couple minutes here, and we're going to take a small break between flights. I'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we will make our way down to John Wayne for number 2. So if you're taking off, thank you all for coming. If you're sticking around, we'll see you here in just a couple minutes. 7/17 is my anniversary. I was not born on 7/17. Jesus, man, it's still blowing really hard out there. That's what she said. How about that one? All right, guys, I'll be right back. Mega Boris, welcome aboard. Stick around, and we'll walk you through. We'll walk you through it here in about 2 or 3 more minutes. I've done one P3D stream, and it's because I wanted to show off a product. I don't really fly P3D. I don't have the money for it. It's very expensive for me to jump over to P3D. And there's lots and lots and lots of good planes here to fly. Well, hello there. Oh, we all parked in a row, didn't we? Oh, that's so cute. Let me turn my beacon off. That might work for a screenshot. Let's see how that works. Every stream needs a screenshot. All right. Let's do some flight planning for number 2. Sim brief the crap out of this. New flight. Moved up for sure. Yeah, let's hope. Watch Cross, good to see you, man. Is that auto gate plug-in? Yes, it is. McKay I 1971, welcome aboard. Yeah, the EA50 doesn't have huge range. I think there's something wrong with the fuel burn for the EA50 and Aerobask's model, because this thing's supposed to get like 1,200 miles. Poker 2012 too, good to see you. All right, so we're gonna be in NWK. Is it NWK? What am I logged in as? NKS. Not even close. Oh, we got more people joining us for this next flight. Nice. All right. Ooh, I like this song. There we go. All right. What did I say? NWK? NKS. Not even close. All right. NKS 717. KRNO. KSNA. Good. Airbus A319. A little bit longer flight heading down there. 16 right, 20 right. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I guarantee you that's not the route we're going to fly. That looks closer. Okay, so we're going to come in from the water. Okay, that looks about right to me. So we'll file that. Actually, let's make it kilos, and then we'll generate that. Aerobask. More or less matches Simbrief's profile for the 50. Oh, it does. Okay. Never mind then. Yeah, you're probably right there, Tim. Definitely leaves something to be desired to the fuel burn category. All right, so that's good. Come all the way down to the bottom here. Go to PilotEdge, pre-file. IFR, go to 37 on this one. File that. Let's come back in here. Let's go altitude reporting off. Over to standby. Rocky Mountain Fly, thank you very much for 13 months of support, man. Cheers to you. I do appreciate it. Sorcerer Dave. Sorcerer Dave, we are almost there, buddy. 14 months, man. Thank you so much, Toby. I do appreciate it. How was the adventures of Humphrey today? Did he get to go out and do some stuff? And did you beat Kingdom Come yet, dude? That game is really damn good. That's probably what I'm gonna be doing after we're done streaming tonight. All right, good. Good across the board. Come on down here. Go to init. We're gonna go KRNO. I'm really just stalling because I like this song. KSNA. All right. And bring that level up. I'll go ahead and kill the music. And welcome back. Thank you very much for sticking around, guys. It's good to have you here. If you're tuning in, or if you're tuning in late or just tuning in, we're flying the Airbus A319 by ToLiSs. This plane just came out this week. It's $70 over at the org, and we're flying it with the Spirit livery this evening. I usually stream on Fridays. I'm streaming today because we got nailed by a huge winter storm yesterday, and I didn't feel like going live, potentially losing power, internet, or both. Nothing today. This is my week off. Oh yeah, right, dude. I forgot. Need to play more of the main storyline and keep getting sidetracked. Well, that's the problem you have with those games. Well, Dave, I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came here on your day off to spend some time with us, buddy. Hope you're doing well. So if you guys don't know, you should be following Sorcerer Dave. Sorcerer Dave is a former flight simmer who has moved on to the greener pastures of role playing games, and he's created a lovable oaf of a man named Humphrey in Dragon Age Origins, who really wants to do the best that he can possibly do, but he's just not quite good enough to do much of it. So it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. Anyway, we're in the ToLiSs A319. I have custom textures. I got custom sounds for this. So if it looks different than what you have, it probably is. We just got into Reno. We flew up here from San Jose. Pretty neat little flight coming in. You should go watch it later. And then, yeah, we'll get this flight set up and running here. Actually, I could have. Oops, that was the wrong button. I guess I could have kept going with music. Let's do that. Because I got a little bit more. I got a little more setup to do. So I'm gonna put the route into ForeFlight. Okay, so KRNO.
Retard.
Procedures. Departure. On the Zephyr 6. And we're going to the Darby intersection. Wow. That's a very interesting looking departure. Okay. From Darby, we're going to FRA. And from there, we're going to go J7. And then Reberg. RG. From there, we're going to go to OC1 into KSNA. Procedure. Arrival. OC1. Reberg. 20 right. At the route. I've never flown this. This must be a new departure or a new arrival. Newish. Edit, go. Add plate. Reno. Airport diagram. Zephyr 6. Add plate. SNA. OC1. OC1. Miles 20 right. And airport diagram. Interesting. It actually gets you up right next to the field. That's kind of cool. Because it used to be that you didn't do that. The old arrivals were kind of crabby coming in there. All right, kill the music now. We're good. So 4 flights ready to go. My flight plan's filed. Let's get people fuel loaded on here. We'll call departure, or we'll call clearance, I should say, and get our ticket out of here. So plug it. Actually, you know what? We'll do people and fuel once we get the clearance. So we are going to SNA. NA. NA. CRAFT. And the frequency for SNA. Or the frequency for clearance is 124.9er. So 24.9. And then ground is 21.9.
Retard.
I couldn't agree more. Quantid in here for 14 months. Quantid, he says, oh yeah, we're live. We've been live for a bit, man. Good to see you on a Saturday. Hope your Friday was good. Thank you very much, Quantid, and cheers to you, buddy. Patchy X2 here for 11 months. He says, oops, I did it again. Patchy X2, thank you very much for your continued support. Happy Friday to both you guys. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday to everybody, or happy Saturday, I should say, to both of you guys. Hope you're doing well. And happy Saturday to the rest of you guys. I hope you were all doing well. Don't worry. Nightbot can't actually ban people. He's not supposed to be banning people for. He went on a tear the other day, and he was banning people where they shouldn't have been banned. So he lost his banning privileges for the time being. All right, so we got to call clearance up. We're gonna get our clearance. We're Spirit Wing 717. We're heading out of John Wayne, and we're expecting the Zephyr 6 and going from there. Okay. Reno clearance, Spirit Wing 717, IF Arctic, John Wayne.
Alaska 514, Seattle departure. Did Tower hand you over? Spirit Wing 717, Reno clearance on request, standby.
We're not United 717 today. Oh yeah, so United 717, I was telling my story. United 717 actually was departing from Boston while I was flying down to Hartford. So we heard, we heard them get handed off to one of the clearance sectors our departure sectors, which is pretty sweet.
65 Albuquerque ground.
I was telling a story, and that was the point of the story. I never actually told the point of the story. So if you were here earlier,
Alaska 514, radar contact.
you heard the first part of the story, and now you know that United 717 was leaving Boston for Los Angeles. And if you weren't here before, you now know the end of the story and should go back and listen to the rest of it on the way in.
Dot 4366.
See what I did there?
Visual approach runway 34 right. Contact tower 119.9.
Pilot Max 2, welcome aboard. Mr. Chow, good to see you. Air Fubar, welcome aboard.
65.
It's good to see all you guys.
Runway 26, taxi via Alpha.
My Flight Factor 320 doesn't burn fuel.
Runway 26 via Alpha, American 165.
The magic airplane.
Number 29 at Charlie, turn right, heading 240, intercept Victor 6, then resume our navigation.
Tim, take it easy, man. Miss Mike, welcome aboard.
Seattle Tower, Delta 4366 visual 34 right.
Dot 4366, Seattle Tower, runway 34 right, clear to land.
I guess this is about the least interesting thing you could stare at, isn't it?
Right, Delta 4366.
We'll come outside. So the reason we didn't do the replays is I like to turn these planes to see how well they actually do the turn. Because there's a lot of planes that don't do the turn very well. Drama Tech, welcome aboard. You are late, but you're here for the second flight. Just in time for that. Do my chat posts still show up? Yeah, they do. Yeah, dude, Poker 2012 Chew, Nightbot can't actually ban you. He's all bark no bite right
Alaska
now.
Alaska 514, verify squawking 175.
I just haven't turned off the whole like warning thing for links. But yeah, and again, man, I go to the support forums and let them know about that, see if it's something they can fix.
Alaska 514. Hopefully that's the last of the gremlins. Climb and maintain 15,000.
Bulldog 2279. Happy Saturday. It's good to see you.
Spreadwing 717, cleared to the John Wayne Airport Zephyr 6 departure, Derby transition, then as filed. Climb via SID, squawk 1645.
Clear to John Wayne, Zephyr 6, Derby as filed. Climb via SID, squawk 1645. Spirit Week 717.
Spreadwing 717, read back correct.
He's got some traffic. All right, so we'll come on down to the FMC. For this particular flight, I'll put Reno to SNA in there. Good. Let me pull SimBrief up. We're going to go to 37,000 feet, so 370. Cost index is going to be 36. And we'll go to flight plan. Reno departing on 16 right on the Zephyr 6. Taking that to Derby. Insert. After Derby comes FRA. Crap. After Derby comes FRA. FRA. Probably that one. After FRA comes Reberg. Okay. And then comes John Wayne. So we go John Wayne. Arrival. We'll plan for the ILS 20 right. OC1. No approach via. Transition is Reberg. Insert. Starting from the top, we've got Zephyr, we've got EPO, we've got Derby, and so on and so forth, all the way down to Reeser, yada, 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 looking for discontinuities, don't see any discontinuities, all the way into, that one's fine, all the way into the field on the ILS. Good. Go to the init page, go right. We're going to go to the plugins page, go to ToLiSs, open the ICSCS, this screen, grab the 2D panel. We will then go over to SimBrief and look at our passenger count. So we're going to have 140 this time. So aircraft configuration, 140. We're going to make them all sit in the back again, though. Sit in the back, guys. We're looking for a zero fuel weight of 56.9er. We're at 56.7, so we'll add about 100 pounds on each side there. About 100 pounds over there. 56.9er. That's about it right there. Apply these load settings. And we're looking for 6.8 kilos of fuel. So 6.8 kilos of fuel. So we are... We're good there. We're good there. We should be within range. All right. So then our zero fuel CG is 29%, so 29 slash, or so probably 29.0, I bet, slash, and then 56.9er, 56.9er. Once again, this screwed me up last time. Then we're going to have a 6.8 tons of fuel, so 6.8. Good there. So we got about 2 hours of extra fuel. Get us our alternate, get us some hold time, this and that. Fantastic. Go to the perf page. Over here, we're going to select the 1+F takeoff configuration. So flaps 1, configuration 1 with flaps. And V1 is 124. Oops. 124. V rotate is 149. And V2 is 151. Transition altitude 18,000 feet. Our flap settings are going to be up 0.1. So 1 slash up 0.1. And we're going to be flexing to 54 for this takeoff. Okay, good. Fantastic. So we can close that out. We will come over to the transponder. And our transponder, our SWAT code is 1645. So 1645. We can go, altitude on. TCAS to auto for now. Good. All right. So the departure. Let's talk about this departure. Because this is, if I recall, this is kind of an interesting one.
Reach on.
Yep. Taco 83, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers. Mega Boris, you're just missing us getting the plane set up to go. So we're doing all the fun stuff right now. Taco 83, thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. Cheers. Matt 1997 airs in the house. Happy Saturday and cheers to you. 1 second, guys. I need to check something. My heating system has been on the fritz, so I was just making sure that the boiler was actually working. Good to see you guys. Taco 83, thanks again for the sub. Butt Puff, welcome aboard. Is the Fly Factor A320 gets good people claim? Fly Factor 320 is really good. 505 Assassin, good to see it. He's gonna be joining us. Nice. Okay. So we're gonna go see managed speed, managed heading, and then the Zephyr departure. Zephyr departure says on departure fly heading 164. Upon reaching 4,920 feet, go direct to the Zephyr intersection. From there, go to EPOS. We're taking this all the way to Darby. There are no altitude restrictions on the way to Darby, so we should be okay there. Actually, that's super easy then. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, it's the other way. It's when you're going this way that things become a problem. That's not a problem, but that's when things get a little bit more interesting. All right, so done there. The altitude, we've been cleared to climb via SIDS. The altitude's flight level 190. 19,000 feet right there. And departure frequency, we'll grab off the chart here, is 19.2. All right. Hello. Welcome to my stand. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Turn you off. All right. So glare shield's been set. Transponder's been set. We've got our LNAV set up. We've got our VNAV set up. Overhead panel looks fantastic. Everybody's on board. People fuel. I said earlier that nobody ever flies the 319 on Twitch. Well, this just came out this week, so I imagine you'll see some more people flying it. I'm doing very well, Matt, though. Thank you. Matt 1997, thanks for asking, buddy.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you
All
want
right,
to
so
go.
let's do straight back to here, and then we'll do a big turn to here. See how it handles that.
Ground to cockpit. Nose dropping up.
All right, so let that thing pop in here. I'll check Discord later. A little busy right now. We'll just wait for the tow to come up here. I think I've got ground ready to go. Ground's 21.9er. And tower's 18.7. Good. So we got a few people joining us today. Should be a good flight. Congo line action going. Oh, that's my buddy Crazy Diamond. What is the drink of choice today?
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I'm drinking Smoking Daggers by Jack Abbey. It's a good beer. I had a coffee porter earlier before I went live. Also a very good beer. Nathan 73, welcome aboard. It's good to see you. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Let's wait. Whoops. Wait for the pushback truck to show up. Let him get connected. And then off we go. In by a nose.
So connected and bypass pin and survey. Release parking brake.
All right, park brake can come off. Overhead panel now. Fuel pumps are on. APU bleed is on.
And you may
We'll
start
go beacon on. Everything else can stay off. Seatbelt signs on. Good. We'll turn the ignition on. That button right there. Go to engine. We've got PSIs to the ignition. We'll start with engine number 2. I'm a lurker, so you may not recognize my name. Awesome, dude. I'm a lurker everywhere I go, man, so cheers. Lurkers unite. There are books. Yeah, there's usually documentation that comes with these planes. This plane's got some pretty extensive documentation. There's tutorials and kind of things like that that'll get you set up and running. Lots and lots and lots of YouTube videos and Twitch streams and kind of things like that to watch too if you're interested. Mr. Wang asks if I stopped using X-Enviro. Yeah, I did, dude. I stopped X-Enviro probably 6 months ago at least. I found that the stock weather and the stock clouds were doing a really good job for me. But yeah, Mega Boris, that's it's interesting. Like there's a lot of documentation that tends to ship with these planes, tutorials and things like that. And you just kind of learn little bit by little bit over time. And before you know it, you're popping around on the network like this and just having a ye old grand time. Starting up Airbus engines and doing fun stuff. The fuel truck was in a hurry. He waits for no one.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
But do stick around. Takeoff is the best part, they say. Smoking Daggers at a port. I'm actually not sure. I think it's just a black lager. If you look up Smoking Dagger Jack Abbey, you'll find it pretty quickly. It's one of those like commercialized. You'll find it all over the place kind of beers. Good. All right, we got 2 good engines now. Let's go flaps. Our trim is down. I think it's up 0.1. Yeah, up 0.1. Right there. And then we will pull up our flight controls. That's up 0.2, so let's go a little bit more. There's 0.1.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thanks, buddy. Full right rudder's good. Left rudder's good. Full back. Full forward. Left aileron. Right aileron. Flight controls look good. Overhead panel now. We'll turn the APU bleed off. APU master switch off. We'll go beacon's good. Nose light to taxi. We might turn off lights on. Hold the brakes. Turn up the parking brake. Give it a little bit of gas here. Test the brakes, make sure the brakes work. Okay, we're on ground, 21-9er. And the current weather at Reno, 36. Oops. Ooh, they might flip us around, actually. Winds are 360 with 6, 10-mile visibility, broken 4,800, broken 8,000. Altimeter 288. Reno ground, Spirit Wing 717's terminal with the weather for taxi. Our producer, good to see you.
17, Reno ground, hello there, runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha.
16 right via Alpha, Spirit Wing 717. Okay, right's good.
Rear ground
left's
United
good.
350, we're behind the Spirit with Lima, ready for taxi.
clear that. Auto brakes max. Brake fans are already on. Arm to speed brakes.
Wings A319, runway 16 right, taxi.
We'll do calls
Follow
forward.
the Spirit 16
And then we'll do a
right
test
now.
takeoff config. So takeoff checklist, all green. Or whatever this thing is called. Takeoff memo. Takeoff ECAM. I don't know. Good landing says hello from Stuttgart in Germany. Hello from Boston in the United States. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday or happy Saturday.
Southwest 50.
L3 Lizard says with all the landings your entertainments bring, I disagree.
16 right, VL.
That's why we get along, buddy. L3 Lizard, happy Saturday, man. Hope you're doing well. Stew Dog 120, welcome aboard. That was better pushback. Man Tooth CJ, welcome aboard. Yeah, we can turn the ignitions on normal. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't hurt anything either way.
For the 29 Charlie, advise when you have weather for San Francisco and expect.
Drama Tech 3000, good to see you. And we got a plane following us. United is stalking us. He followed us here. Now he's following us to John Wayne. It's almost like we coordinated this ahead of time. Almost.
Number 29 Charlie, you look up. It's ILS runway 28 right approach.
This is good, man. I like doing the Saturday stuff. I wish I could have done yesterday too, to be honest. I wish things had been. I wish things had been in better shape.
Phoenix approach 128.65.
But it is what it is. Where's my TCAS?
Traffic.
So the 1337.
We'll go back to standby for now. We'll go back to auto.
25 right, taxi via Delta 13 and Echo 13.
25 right via Delta 13 and Aqua 13.
19.7, departure 19.2. Reno Tower, Spirit Wing 717, holding short 16 right.
Williams Gateway Airport reporting wind 25010, weather's better than 5 and 5 by a country mile. Altimeter 2996, approach request.
Southwest over here, taxiing like a Southwest.
Charlie.
This one's also following us.
It is non-towered for us, so we'll just be treating it as a the actual approach. The runway selection will be up to.
Nothing like what? Listening to spring training and baseball and watching flight sims. I can get behind that. Flight attendant spilled a beer. I have to go back and get a new attendant, right? Yeah. And more beer. Nah, we got plenty of beer, man. I promise you. Did you catch the pirate I posted a few minutes ago? No, L3 Lizard, I missed it, man. Go ahead and paste it again here. I'll try to catch it. Or better yet, wait till we're up in the air. And I'm actually able to check chat. And call him. Reno Tower, Spirit Wing 717, short 16 right.
Spirit Wings 717, Reno Tower, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 16 right, Spirit Wing 717. Okay, clear left. Clear to the right. Lights.
San Francisco clearance JetBlue
Camera.
182 IFR.
Traffic.
That's fine for now. Action. You.
JetBlue 182, San Francisco clearance,
green.
clear to John Wayne Airport, offshore 1 departure.
Go flying.
As filed, climb via Citic, have maintained 10,000, squawk 45, tree 4.
Do a little butt shake. Get yourself nice and comfortable.
All right, clear to John Wayne on the
Oh, the pirate going into Dulles. Yeah, I saw that, man. That's funny.
JetBlue 182, read back right.
Okay, 19 right, or 16 right, I should say. On departure, fly the departure. Here we go. Power up, engine stable. Man flex 54.
Tower 9350, we're holding short 16 right.
Yeah,
Instruments green.
Reno Tower, runway 16 right, line up.
Traffic.
Line up and wait 16 right. 350.
Airspeed's alive. There's 100 knots.
Number 29 Charlie, you appear to be 2 miles east of Victor 6. Not what happened.
V1.
Not sure what happened there. You can fly heading 190 vectors for San Francisco.
VR. How's it rate? Gear.
Traffic.
Southwest 1337, we're short of 25.
Spot on. Turn off lights. Nose lights can come off.
Southwest 1337, Phoenix Tower 125 right.
Brake fans off. Auto brakes disabled. Ground spoilers reset.
Number 8 Juliet Charlie, descend.
Climb thrust.
Pilot's discretion, maintain 6.
Here comes acceleration.
Scribbling 717, contact NorCal departure.
Departure 717. See it.
It's United 350, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
Excuse me. Reno departure, United or Spirit Wing 717, 6,800 climbing Zephyr 6.
Southwest 505.
Above slat speed, go and bring the flaps in.
Departing United A319, runway 16 right, line up and wing. Wing 717, NorCal departure, right of contact, Reno, altimeter 29 at
88. Henchinger, good to see it.
717, reaching 10,000, increase speed to 280 or greater.
280 or greater above 10,000 feet, Spirit Wing 717. Managed climb was not going to give us 280. So we'll stay, we'll go ahead and, we'll at 10,000, I'll manually dial in 280. We'll stay 280 until we get up to Mach 0.78, and then we'll go back to managed mode. There's 250.
49220 Zulu open, so go ahead.
Ready, Drop, good to see you. JPJ, welcome aboard. Good to see you guys. Dude, we survived, man. It was pretty bonkers weather.
The Sacramento VLR direct. Climb and maintain flight level 190. Departure frequency 132.2.
Okay, so we're gonna pull on the speed for managed speed because managed speed is gonna keep us low. There's 10,000 feet. He wants us at 280 knots or greater. So I'll dial in 280. The nose should come down a little bit here. We'll start accelerating to 280 then.
Number 22 Zulu.
As soon as it hits 280, the nose will come back up and it'll maintain 280 knots.
350, contact NorCal departure. Number 22 Zulu, how long before you're ready to go?
Very bumpy on descent. Pretty much everyone on the plane threw up. Pilots were on the verge of throwing up. Yeah, dude. Weather yesterday on the East Coast was crazy. Real Ma Long 747, welcome aboard.
Top of the hour. Frequency change to advisory approved.
This is this is a new plane. This just came out this week.
Southwest 1337.
And this is our first time flying on the stream here. It's my third flight that I've done in this airplane.
NorCal departure United
A319 by ToLiSs.
Climbing Zephyr 6.
Wait for that breakout moment.
Yeah, 350 NorCal departure, right of contact. Do not exceed.
It's my favorite part.
In the climb.
Alright, we'll keep it below 280 in the climb. Yeah.
Eventually.
Southwest 1337, Phoenix departure, right of contact. Climb and maintain flight level 200. Southwest 505, runway 16 track, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, there we go. Oh man, that's so good.
Number 29 Charlie, turn left heading 100 vectors final course, descend and maintain 3000.
This hobby's awesome. It really is. If you're gonna spew, spew in this, dude. All right, so we're 280. Up we go. Oh, I forgot to reset the clock. We'll set it now. Flew to Vegas and Sim yesterday, greeted by severe low-level turbulence.
5,000 and
very firm landing, yeah, I can imagine. I don't know, it's fun to fly in that. Like we flew to Boston and back yesterday. We flew to Boston. They flew to Boston last night. I didn't get a chance to make it up there. And on the way back, then we flew back to LaGuardia. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So Max and Uber flew up to Boston. I was supposed to go with them, but I lost power right before we took off.
Frozen clearance on.
And then on the way back, I did join them. We flew back to LaGuardia, and it was super bumpy. It was crazy windy and bumpy coming into both of those airports.
And
just absolutely bonkers.
Ground level 16 right taxi out.
So, yeah. Good stuff.
Plus 505, contact SoCal departure.
Make a note for myself here.
JetBlue 182.
It's my strong arm. Thank you very much for the donation, man. It's a little warm in the cabin. Here's a bribe for some more AC.
Spirit Wing 717, climb and maintain flight level 230, contact Oakland Center 132.95.
Okay, 230-132-905, 717.
Yeah, 350, contact Oakland 132.95.
132.95.
295. So we'll do altitude, frequency, and we'll go standard. Standard over here. Oakland Center United, or Spirit Wing 717, flight level 19 or 2, climbing flight level 230. I keep saying United. I'm not United.
Delta Whiskey, Seattle Center standby. Spirit Wing 717, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Level 370, Spirit Wing 717.
Lima 0 Delta Whiskey, go.
All right, 370. Somebody says it's warm in the cabin. We can fix that.
Lima 0 Delta Whiskey on the press number.
Cabin is now cooling down.
Southwest 505, NorCal departure, ready contact.
Air conditioning here. All right, let's see if we get that temperature down. It's 22 Celsius right now. It's not bad.
350's 17,000.
But we'll start cooling her down here.
United 350, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Theoretically.
I maintain 370-9350.
There it's coming down.
JetBlue 182, San Francisco Tower, squawk altitude, runway 19.
Too hot in the cabin. That might be our title. That might be our stream title.
November 29 Charlie, turn right heading
In
to
the
30.
cabin. All right, let's see how cool we can get that cabin.
Southwest 505.
I'm expecting that to be like 7 or 8 degrees Celsius by the time we get to down to John Wayne.
Charlie, descend and maintain 3000.
I'm ready to redo my ortho for XP stuff. 1.3 is in development. Get a lot better. I probably will at 1.3. Yeah, go through and redo it all.
That's a 3000.
Explain, Chris. Good to see you, by the way. Huff Daddy, welcome aboard.
Contact Albuquerque Center 134.32.
Well, I have a custom cockpit or custom textures installed, so I don't know how realistic it is, but I liked these the best.
Maintain 2,500.
Is this plane better than the Flight Factor A320? It depends on what you want to do. I would probably say the 320 is a better buy, but it's also more expensive. So this is a really good plane, though. 2 pounds of short ribs would be pretty good. I'm getting some pizza tonight for dinner, though.
Southwest 505.
Hunt Gaming 7, welcome aboard. Pilot, it's cold. Too bad. The other guy wanted it cold. He talked to me first. Now the temperature's coming down.
Yeah, 404 Reno Tower.
You can complain to him.
Southwest 1337, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Anybody know when Glitter Gulch is going to update their KLOS series? I have no idea.
Three times, but did I miss anyone?
Cryo 32, good to see you, buddy. Happy Saturday.
JetBlue 182, contact NorCal departure.
Spirit
Wing 717, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
2745, Spirit Wing 717.
November 8 Julie Charlie, that's the one I missed. Clear visual approach into
2745.
Frequency, change to advisory frequency approved.
Any thoughts on PMDG leaving AFSIM? I guess we could talk about that.
November 8 Julie Charlie, cancellation received, score clear, final frequency change approved.
Oakland Center, Spirit Wing 717, flight level 250, climbing flight level 370.
Horizon 2907, demo ground, standby.
Mach 78.
717, Oakland Center, roger. JetBlue 180.
Actually, in the climb, I can go to 303. I can go back to manage mode now.
Flight level 190. Number 29 Charlie, contact San Francisco Tower at Axmal 120.5.
So we're going to speed up to 303, go back to manage mode.
United 350 contacts. Sorry, monitor.
That gives him a bit more leeway. That way we can come out of unmanaged speed.
Southwest 505, contact Oakland Center 132.95.
And we good? I wish we could actually see the mountains.
November 4 Mike Lima, you're number 1 on the clearance. I'm working on it.
Oh, right. So we got 4 of us now heading down to John Wayne.
7, runway on
Uberbot.
right, taxi.
I'm assuming
Charles
he's a viewer.
and Matt.
There were a couple other guys that were here and they took off. That's Crazy Diamond. Pretty busy in Western U.S. Pretty busy in SoCal too.
Southwest 5.
Nice split between the traffic.
On center climb and maintain flight level 370.
I'm not sure what's going on in Catalina, but apparently today is the day to go fly in Catalina.
Did you check in yet?
Affirmative. Spirit Wing 717, 263, climbing 370.
Team, what airspeed are you planning in the climb?
303 in the climb. Mach 0.78.
Thank you. United 350. Do not exceed 310 knots.
Alright, will not exceed 310 knots. United 350.
Unit 404, contact locale departure.
I think I screwed him up a little bit by
404,
speeding up, but
ready contact.
I assumed it was going to help him more than anything else. When I have a moment, check my DMs. All right. Speaking of Eclipse, friend traveled to the mountains in North Carolina to get these pictures. All right.
Southwest 505, contact at 7127.45.
That's when you know you're a nerd. When you decide to take a picture of the equipment that you're taking pictures in,
Sorry to keep you waiting for
that's how you know you're a nerd.
Seconds.
This is a friend of Ian's, though, I-Servant, who took pictures of the eclipse. That's a really damn good. It's too bad the clouds were in the way, but that's still pretty cool.
2 departure, expect radar vector shaft of UR, then is filed.
I like this one though. It's showing the filter and the Scotch tape holding everything together.
0.6, squawk 16.
Very nice, man. Thanks for sharing those. Seeb G, welcome aboard. It's good to see you, and happy Saturday. We'll talk about PMDG in a little bit. Guy in a plane says going to UND fall for commercial aviation air traffic management. Opened up Sims the end of the tour. 2 people ahead of me did a simple pattern in the Seminole. Walked in, asked to do it, and nailed it. Nice, dude. Instructor looked at me and was like, once you got on it, you couldn't have flown any better. Nice, man. That's pretty cool. Oh, those are old DMs. I don't have any. Oh.
4, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Oh. There's another one.
Number 5229.
Is Keith streaming?
Right, clear to land.
Oh, he is. Our control. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice.
Who was it?
Those are old DMs. All right. Yeah, sorry about that. So our controller right now, K_Smith_PE. Go say hi to him. He's the one he's streaming the scope, so you can see what he's seeing of us before he lets us go here. Dude, Ian, that's hilarious.
United 404, Oakland Center climb and maintain flight level 230.
Can you tell me why Keith was putting on a tie?
Contact Oakland Center 128.7.
I'll tell him he's got a nice double Windsor.
Oakland Center Southwest 505 at flight level 268.
Southwest 505.
He had to help his kid tie a tie. It was wonderful. Awesome.
JetBlue 182 Oakland Center climb and maintain flight level 230.
Parasso too, welcome aboard. Dude, that's funny. That's super funny. Oakland Center, Spirit Week 717. Company just reported that you tied a very nice double Windsor.
Single for things.
Well, in that case.
Horizon 2907, Denver Tower, runway 17, line landing now followers.
I like how he was doing it as people were getting ready to take off out of Reno too. That was good. Thanks for sharing that one too, Ian.
Departure 132.1.
Oh yeah, we can turn all landing lights off, can't we? So we make our way up to 37,000 feet, slowly but surely. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we didn't blow away. Thankfully, we kept power, kept internet up here. A couple little blips over time, but it wasn't too bad. I did some flying last week, which was great. I went up night flying for the first time with my wife in a very long time.
Horizon 2907.
And then we're here. Tomorrow we're hopefully heading down to New Bedford for the afternoon. Gonna go do some Portuguese shopping. Take a friend of mine with us and introduce her to the Portuguese places for the first time. Probably get some Portuguese food while we're down there too, almost certainly. And then not really much coming up in the next week or so. Just we're kind of on cruise control now until next month when I go to Sun and Fun.
2.1 Squawk Tree 155.
So yeah, we're just kind of hanging. I'm scheduled to go flying on Saturday if my brother-in-law is up for it and the weather's good. Otherwise, I'll probably go Saturday as long as the weather's good. I'm gonna go flying on Saturday, whether it's with my brother-in-law or with somebody else.
Number 0 Delta Whiskey. Read back.
Thank you, Ian. That's Keith's channel right there. Nightbot one of these days. I'll get him fixed. What's the route? We're heading down to John Wayne. So I'll pull up ye old moving map here. Here's California. Off to the west is San Francisco. Okay. So we're flying down. We're going to fly down the heart of California here in a moment.
218,
Is our level off?
United 404, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 390.
Up to 300, United 404.
United 350, resume normal
Fly
speed.
down the heart of California. And
717, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, 717.
Mitsubishi 220.
We make our way down to John Wayne.
Miles northeast of the Santa Rosa VR.
So that's what we're doing today.
Altimeter.
We've got about 46 more minutes till we get down there. Should be nice little cruise.
Number 29 Charlie, taxi to signature via Papa
Need to do a collab with Steve-O and Knievo. Yeah, right. I think Steve-O and mine's content is very, very, very different from one another. I don't know that there's a lot of mutual benefit of the two of us working together.
And let's make it Charlie. Yeah, Charlie should do it.
But we'll see what some of the other ventures up in the air have to offer. Working with some other content creators.
Oakland JetBlue 182 is 203 for 230.
JetBlue 182, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 350.
350, JetBlue 182.
He went out of San Francisco. Okay. Levy must have gone to get food. That's plain Ben over there. Plane Ben.
American 165, contact
any of these guys are live,
Albuquerque
too.
Center 134.32.
Oops, that's not what we wanted. So we got Keith that's live. He's flying. He's controlling us. I think that's pretty much it, right? Who else is going? He's on VATSIM.
November 1170 Sierra Bravo.
I don't think anybody else is on PilotEdge. That's it. It's just us.
Contact departure.
Great. I approve.
American 165, you with me?
And just in case you missed it the first time.
American 165, contact Albuquerque Center 128.45.
He looks like he's really, really, really stressed about this too. That might be my favorite part of the whole thing. Man, I wish I knew he was streaming. I should have checked earlier. I would have had people go say hi to him sooner. Inbound with whiskey. There you go, Ben. There you go. Plain Ben, everybody. Go give him a follow too. He's been streaming from time to time. What's with the sound? Good or bad or indifferent? Sounds in this plane maybe needs some work.
Bravo 3 and Bravo.
But it's what we got. It's what we're using. Since you're actually a PPL pilot, can you explain pattern height? Is it always 1,000 AGL? It is 1,000 AGL for single engine pistons, unless there's a published height that is different. So like John Wayne, for example, I think has a 800-foot published height.
Southwest 1337.
900 maybe.
Los Angeles Center 133.55.
It's 1,000 feet AGL though, in most cases. In the case of John Wayne, we go to the John Wayne information.
The 168 Charlie, Phoenix departure on request standby.
No, here you go. Oh, it is 1,000 feet. Okay.
Mach 165 Albuquerque Center, Roger.
Oh, okay. Here you go. So at John Wayne, 2 left and 20 right is 1,000 foot for small aircraft and 1,500 foot for turbine aircraft over 12,500 feet. 2 right and 20 left is 800 feet for small single engine aircraft and 1,000 feet for twin aircraft. So you'd have to check the remarks section of the AFD to find out if there's actually a different pattern altitude for that particular airport. So John Wayne is an example where you've got 1,000, 1,500 on the main runway, which is standard.
Maintain flight level 23, sorry.
And you've got a different altitudes for the other runways, for the other runway. I believe they're also VFR aircraft to avoid overflight of runway 20 right, runway 20 left arrival. Fly your final at 15 degrees angle to the runway. Runway 20 left departures, turn 50 degrees left at the departure end of the runway to avoid overflight of 02 left.
2907, clear direct Zimmer.
So they're basically saying if you're flying off, if you're leaving off of 20 left, go to 15 degrees left, and if you're off of if you're off of 02 right, then you want to go 15 degrees to the right. So they basically move the flow so that you do things that don't that don't over or intersect, I should say, the main runway. So if you were to look at the diagram here, so 20 right is normal right pattern. 20 left is 800 feet pattern altitude for small airplanes. At the departure end, go 15 degrees to the left. And when you're coming in on final, you should make your final 15 degrees coming in this way.
Epic 0 Delta.
So there's cases where it's different, but it's generally like 95% of the time it's 1,000 feet. 370, seatbelt signs come off. Here we are.
Phenom 8 Juliet Charlie cleared to Van Nuys Airport via jackpot, then is filed.
Jackpot.
Maintain.
Tying a tie is task saturation, yeah. Obi-Wan 2, welcome aboard. I thought I'd see how your flight was going before I head over to the control for the ZLA VATS event. Nice, dude. We're doing pretty well, dude. We're on our way down to John Wayne. Should be a good time. If it's different, it'll be on the sectional most of the time. Otherwise, check the chart supplement. Yes. I don't know that it's actually reflected on the sectional, is it? I don't think they mentioned pattern direction on the sectional, but I don't think they mentioned pattern altitude on the sectional.
Right, Juliet Charlie, read back correct.
We can check that, couldn't we? I mean, when in doubt, though, fly a normal pattern 1,000 feet if you don't know either way.
Time now 2246.
Yeah, so if we look at the sectional for John Wayne, so we'll go to the Los Angeles TAC so we can zoom in a little bit better. So John Wayne Airport, control tower is 19.9, or CTAF is 26.8, ATS is 126.1. Field's at 5,600 feet. L I'm not sure about, 5.7 I'm not sure about. 122.9 or 5 is another CTAF frequency.
22 Zulu.
Oh right, these are both tower frequencies, depending on left or right. Right pattern for 2 right and 20 right. So if you're flying 20 right or 02 right or 20 right, you're in the right pattern. But there's no mention on here of the altitudes. I'd be interested in knowing if that's the case, because I would learn something new today. Yeah. So yeah, I mean the altitudes aren't like they're published in the supplements, but if you're flying into an airport, if you're diverting or whatever, and you don't have a chance to check the supplements, like just fly to 1,000 feet. You really can't go wrong. Tiny Golf 46, good to see. It means the longest runway is 5,700 feet long. Got it. Well, there were 2 numbers. That's what confused me. What confused me is that there were 2 numbers, 56 and 57. So I don't know if maybe the 56 is land. Oh, 56 must be landing. 5,600 for landing and 5,700 for takeoff, I bet. Because I think there's a displaced threshold. I bet that's the case. I don't know. I knew it. I had to do my PPL. I knew it when I did my PPL. I could look at the label. I could look at the legend. If I didn't know. Check your arrival from Reberg to Pacific. Mine was missing waypoints between the 2 points. Okay.
NorCal, approach Roger.
X-Plane Go here for 7 months. He says, my name is Inigo Montoya. I think I'm here to kill you, right? I'm not sure. I don't actually know where that's from. I know there was somebody there was a character in The Legend of Zelda that was a play on that, or a spoof on that. But X-Plane Go, thank you very much for 7 months, man. Cheers to you. I do appreciate it. Oh, 56-foot elevation. That's what it is. Yeah. I'm an idiot. So 56-foot elevation, 5,700 foot's the longest runway. Those 2 numbers being so close together just completely threw me off. So Ben says check on the arrival and make sure all the waypoints are there.
524 Mike Lima, Fresno Tower, runway 29 left, clear for takeoff.
Okay, so Reberg, Motley, Reeser, Rachel, Schoen, Pacific. Yeah, so mine are all there. Ben, I bet you didn't put the transition in properly. I think we had the same problem last night, programming it in. Crane, Sip, Tandy, OC, Stiff, Kane, Laxby. Yeah, I think I'm good. So my hunch is that the
2907 contact.
my hunch is that you probably missed the transition here on the right because it asks you for an approach transition, and then you have to punch in on the right side the Reberg, so the actual transition there. And if you don't have that in, it's not going to put those intermediate waypoints in.
Seattle Center 125.1.
I've done that a lot. That's one of those don't ask me how I know situations. That's totally it. That's cool, man. It's all right, dude. I can't even tell you how many times I've made that same mistake in these planes. Now we've all learned something.
00 Delta Whiskey, Seattle Center.
Explain Go respects me much less. I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry. Oh, it's The Princess Bride. Oh, I've never seen The Princess Bride. I've actually never seen that movie. You killed my father. Shame on you. Prepare to die. I'm so sorry. In other news, we've got the cabin down to 17 Celsius now. And we're still trying to bring it down.
For my cleaner, contact departure.
Because It's My Strong Arm donated $13.37 to have it cooler in the back.
2907, Denver Center.
I usually don't share values, but that was a good one. On a VFR chart, the first number's elevation. L means lighting in operation. There we go. Sunrise to sunset. And the number after that is the runway length. Roger that. Way to wreck the crow. I'm sorry, man.
First no departure, way to contact altimeter 002.
Yeah, I've never seen The Princess Bride either. Oh, Sorcerer Dave hasn't seen it either. It is too cold in cabin, sir. I just tuned in. What's the verdict on the plane? It's good. It's a good plane. The systems modeling is fantastic. It's really easy on the frames. It is maybe not the best looking and the best sounding plane, but what they've aimed to do is create they've aimed to create one of the most. They're aiming to create the plane that has the most depth, and I think that's where you have to compare the two, like this, to the flight factor in terms of systems depth and kind of what it can do. So it's done everything I've needed it to do so far.
Mitsubishi 62 Tree.
I have not run into any major issues yet, which is nice. We'll kind of have to put it through its paces over the next few weeks and see, like, to really get a good assessment. Like, go do some RMP approaches and kind of things like that. But I've been pretty happy with it so far. It's been doing good. Air Fubar here for 4 months. He says, thanks for doing this flying banana. Absolutely, man. Air Fubar, thank you very much for your continued support. What are all the Fly with Lua scripts you have? I don't have any. I don't run Fly with Lua. I tried Fly with Lua a long time ago, and I found that it crashed my sim.
168.
So if something crashes my sim, it no longer sits in my sim, and I got rid of it. I don't really see a need for the Fly with Lua stuff.
Number 62 Tree Charlie Kilo, clear to the Arcata Airport.
It's too cold, says KRNO Geek. Deal with it.
9 at departure.
XP Aviator here for 3 months. XP Aviator, thank you for your continued support. Cheers to you. I'm almost out of beer.
Frequency 119.2, squawk 564.
No problem, Explain Go. So it's more of a jar or a flight factor? I mean, it's more of a flight factor, to be honest. It flies magnificently. It is definitely not. I would definitely not put this anywhere near the jar.
Mitsubishi Tree Charlie Kilo, read back correct.
Go read before we descend. Nah, not right now. I'm gonna take a break after this one because I get some food after the stream.
Phoenix VOR, climb and maintain.
It's gonna be a short stream today. But that's all right. We're having a good time. Can we live with the Princess Bride for the in-flight movie?
Spirit Wing 717, contact LA 7133.55.
3355, Spirit Wing 717. Great day.
You too.
He's Keith Smith is still streaming, by the way. So that's the guy that owns PilotEdge, and he's streaming over at ksmith_PE if you want to go say hi to him. Let's see what the other side looks like. Los Angeles Center, Spirit Wing 717, flight level 370. That's worrying.
LA, good afternoon. JetBlue 182 is 350.
Los Angeles Center, Spirit Wing 717, flight level 370.
Spirit Wing 717.
Hey, there we go.
Los Angeles Center, thank you.
Ben, check in again if you haven't. So here's what we got. Every one of these, if you guys haven't been around here, I'm sure everybody's been here before, but we're flying on PilotEdge. So PilotEdge is a multiplayer network. These are all the planes currently logged into the PilotEdge network. It covers pretty much from this point west in the United States. And we have a group of 4 of us flying down from Reno. Is he flying from? Yep, we got Max flying in whatever a T210 is.
Los Angeles Center, good afternoon. United 350, we're flight level 370.
T210. Oh, oh, he's not going to... No, I don't know what the T210 is. Whatever this thing is, he's flying down to John Wayne. And then we've got Mr. Levy over here. Flying down to John Wayne.
United 350 Los Angeles Center.
Good little crowd of people. And we're gonna probably see some more traffic once we get down there too. Some more people and whatnot on the ground. John Wayne tends to be a pretty busy airport on the network. Dawn X, good evening to you as well, sir. How are you doing? Jar always keeps me on my toes. Yeah, for all the wrong reasons, right?
Yes, ma'am. We're flight level 370.
United 350 Los Angeles.
David Zekop, welcome aboard. Bacon Legend, good to see you. I mean, the jar's good for what it is, man. Like, I'm not going to talk crap about the jar because I flew that thing thousands and thousands of hours. Well, not thousands, hundreds and hundreds of hours, we'll say. I've spent flying the A320, A330 around. And those planes have treated me very, very, very well over the years. So I honestly, like, the JAR A320 has sort of reached its prime and is now being sunset and being replaced by, you know, much newer and much better and much more complete airplanes. But, you know, the way they supported that plane, the way they built on that plane and kept it going, like that, it was a really, really, really good project. And you know, for the 3 or 4 years we've been flying that, it's been a fun plane.
KRNO 232 Whiskey Papa, release for departure, clearance void if not off in 5 minutes. If not off in 5 minutes, if has intentions, this frequency no later than...
Is this plane any good? Very good. Yes, this plane is quite good. So the 30-second summary of this compared to the Flight Factor A320, because that's kind of what we're doing. Systems wise, this is just as good, if not better, than the 320, from what I can tell. The texturing is perhaps not as good, the modeling is perhaps not as good, and the sounds are perhaps not as good as the 320 by Flight Factor. But this is a very, very, very well-built plane. And it flies magnificently. It definitely, I think it flies better than the 320 by Flight Factor. I think the fly-by-wire is better. I don't know if that's because of the airframe itself or because of how they've modeled it or whatever, but it feels good. Like if you watch the landing in Reno, and the one for certain here in John Wayne, I'm going to hand fly a good chunk of it. It feels like a good plane. Smile Complicated says the systems ain't as good. Okay, what's wrong with them? Jay Snap, good to see you, man. Hope Jar does the 340 and keeps going with plane development. Absolutely, dude. Keep updating the 330. They've got a big new beta patch going for the 330, and they've announced the 340 coming up. Like Jar has got some life left in them, that's for sure. And they've been super, super good at keeping those planes going and keeping them updated. P. Vask, welcome aboard. I know you don't really fly much in Europe, but have you seen awesome freeware Cologne? I have not. I will write that down and we'll check it out. I was talking to some folks today about Europe stuff. I'm going to spring for the Navigraph charts here and just pay for that for the year. And then we can do the flights over in Europe and internationally and whatnot. Feels way too touchy. It's got to be easy on the controls. Sim dude, it's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, John.
Center Southwest 505.
Happy Saturday.
Level 370.
I can't really compare the two, to be honest. I don't know the A320 well enough to be able to say one way or the other. What I can tell you is that we've talked to a real A320 pilot, and with both the 319 and the 320, pretty much every situation that we found ourselves in has been with a, yeah, that happens. Or, yeah, that happens and this is why it happens kind of thing. So, more testing is required. This is the third flight that I've done in this airplane. I can't really form a good opinion on this, I'd say, until I've done probably another dozen flights in it. And I'll be spending quite a bit more time over the next few weeks flying this thing, that's for sure. Which we'll probably come back, revisit, stream it again here in April or whatever. So we got, what, 60 miles to top of descent? We're getting close. It doesn't, I don't know how to find top of descent, though. Like, that's one thing I'm kind of missing. Fuel predictions there.
Traffic.
Excuse me.
Traffic.
Okay.
352, quick November, your radar contact. 30 miles northeast
of secondary flight plan. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything.
Traffic.
Perf. I would imagine. I would expect the top of descent to be around here somewhere, but it ain't.
Traffic.
Oh, you know what? Here it is. It's in the flight plan. So.
Cherokee 176, contact Joshua Bridge 124.
Top of drop is in. About 52 miles, I think. Yeah, about 50 miles or so. We'll see once we get turned here. Top of drop is at about 6 minutes. Call it that. Blackbox streamed it yesterday. He seemed impressed with the aircraft for the price. I believe he's flown 319s as well. Yep. So Blackbox was a real world pilot. He flew A320s, A319s. He flew all the Airbus stuff. So he would know. PVAS, thanks for the link. Dr. Beerman, welcome aboard. Gavin194, welcome aboard. Don't worry about it, PVAS. You're good.
American 165.
I haven't had a chance to neuter Nightbot yet. I'll do that right now, actually. Bot.tv, because he got a little ban happy the other day, and I couldn't get him to stop.
Left, clear for the option.
So Nightbot, spam protection,
1330
links
contact,
disabled.
Los Angeles
there we
Center
go.
126.35.
Fixed. 1635 Southwest 1337.
Plane's trying to figure out how to make this turn still. Mr. X announced his next project. I don't believe so. I'm not sure. I think John Fly usually is the one that kind of deals with all that. Aileron's neutral. Welcome aboard. Should be on the cruise page in perf. Yeah, it's not there. Perf. Cruise. It ain't there. UAL 404 using custom weather. Don't know.
There are 2 Whiskey Pop ident, and I'm receiving the ident now. Thank you. Your radar contact 4.5 miles northwest of Santa Correction.
Phil 7488, welcome aboard. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well.
Altimeter 3006, climb and maintain 5000.
GTA boss, welcome back. How much longer is this flight? 24 minutes. Torminator, good to see you, buddy.
Southwest 1337, Los Angeles Center. Thank you, Ontario. Altimeter 3.
How you doing, Torb? Did somebody say neuter? Yeah, right? I mean, how else would you describe it?
30176.
Cole Dow Tauha, welcome aboard.
The airport is
happy Saturday.
Here, 1 o'clock.
I have one question. Fire away.
By show weather.
Clone scenery is payware quality. I would pay $30 if it were payware. Okay, I'll check it out. Thanks for the link. Sim Dude, Mr. Navarro, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the Big One Club. Cheers to you, buddy.
Prisoner 2518.
John, I hear we might be meeting up in Oshkosh this year. A little birdie tells me. I'm looking forward to Oshkosh. I'm really hoping we can make it. I can make it out there. 30 miles to go, thereabouts. Winds are really beating us here.
Thank you.
96 knots across the pretty much direct crosswind here. Like, look at that. Look at the crab on that. The old Josh J. Gibbs gangster crab going.
No 444.
McDo not show my EFOM estimated fuel on board for destinations. Are you flying this version of the airplane? It should. So if you're flying the ToLiSs, it should tell you that. So it's telling me that I'm gonna have 4 tons of fuel when I get to John Wayne. If you're missing it and it's not if it's not there, then I would say go find the support forums for whatever plane you're flying, and see if they can help you over there. But the planes have to have it implemented. So if it's using a default FMC, you probably won't get fuel estimations. Whereas if you're flying, something like the Flight Factor 320 or the ToLiSs A319, then you will get those estimates. Keeping the quids quiet so my wife can sleep in. One eye on this, the other on them. Nice, dude. Ailerons neutral. Where are you from, man? Are you Australian? Aussie land or New Zealand or what? Mr. Soundwave, welcome aboard. Sit behind engine number 1, and none of the flight attendants have come to offer a drink. Oh, they certainly have. You must have been sleeping. Or you must have been passed out from your last flight. Mr. Soundwave, welcome aboard and happy Saturday. Max was chatting the other night. A slightly longer flight for you than me. I'm about 75 minutes there on the BE-35. Yeah, John, you're a lot closer, that's for sure. But, I mean, if we did it would be taking Max's plane. Because any plane I have access to is not 165 knots. But yeah, I think there's a good chance it'll happen. There are some factors that might keep us from doing it, but it should happen. We'll see. Plane Lover 162744, welcome aboard. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. The Real MG 867, thank you for the bits. Cheers. Appreciate it. Ailerons neutral, lives in Australia but still officially British. So, do the Australians call you out for your British accent? Like, how similar?
717 is send via the OSHA 1 arrival.
Send via the OSHA 1 arrival. Spirit Wing 717. So for the uneducated American,
350.
The British and Australian accents are pretty similar. So, do you ever get called out about it? I'm curious. So we're heading down to, we've been cleared down to the OSHA 1 arrival. So we can go all the way down to, right there. We can go all the way down to Cleaver at 5,000 feet. So we'll deal 5,000 feet in the McDo here. The glare shield. 5,000. Top of descent's coming up here in about 8 miles. So we'll go ahead and push that button in right there. That's going to put it into descent mode. Plane's going to go into a nice, easy 1,000 feet per minute descent until it reaches the descent. Our first restriction's coming up at
Horizon Air 2518, contact SoCal departure.
Our first restriction is stupid freaking
Caravan 2 Whiskey Pop,
done.
SoCal departure.
The first restriction is CRAN at or above 17,000 feet that it seems to have found. It's actually Pacific at flight level 210, but it's missing a bunch of the restrictions. It's missing the restrictions, but it's not going to hit them, so that's fine.
Horizon Air 2518, SoCal departure.
New
radar
controller.
Contact, Columbia Civic maintain 14,000.
So this is my first time doing a fully managed descent on this plane, so we'll see how it does.
American 1541.
We should be able to just ride it all the way down. But Joe likes to, so the current controller, Joe, likes to give shortcuts to people. So we might find ourselves getting a shortcut at some point.
American 1541, read back. Piper 30176.
How much is this plane? $70.
Enter right base runway 26 and.
Australia and the UK have very different accents. But I'm telling you, man, for the uneducated American, like they sound very similar.
You're under radar service, so that will be a failure for the CAT rating.
I have a love-hate relationship with managed descent. Yeah, I love it when it works. I hate it when it doesn't. I can't. I'm not going to click on that link. I hope you understand. Okay, so we're catching up to the vertical path here.
Runway 20 left.
So as that blue dot or that purple dot comes in, we'll load the scenery up. We'll start cranking down for real. As we continue loading scenery.
Contact Salt Lake Center on 125.
We'll see how she does.
Have a good one. Southwest 1337, contact SoCal approach 135.
So ideally, we should stick right around this marker here, and we shouldn't have to add any drag.
SoCal approach, fly heading 0.
If we have to add drag, then I feel like the VNav has done something wrong.
3006, advise you have weather.
Especially since we don't really have any headwind or tailwind. It's almost all crosswind.
Air 232 Whiskey, Papa.
All right. Down we go. Down, down, down we go.
R2 Quebec number of year.
This song has no other words. I got nothing. Check the weather here at John Wayne. 2307 knots, 10 miles, a few clouds, 3,000, broken 7,000, broken 8,500, broken 25,000. 16 degrees Celsius, temperature 3006. So we should be brought in for a VFR approach.
Centurion 524 Mike Lima, Bakersfield approach, altimeter 3002.
Let's come on down here, turn the weather radar on just in case. Just in case we hit any rain. I don't think we will, though.
R352 Quebec,
or any storms, I should say.
125.
A little bit of rain in the area,
57.
but it's not too bad. In general, the ToLiSs VNav is spot on. All right, dude. I'm going to take your word for it.
1337 SoCal.
I expect that it's going to be totally fine. Like, I really do. Flap is good to see, buddy. Default weather still? Absolutely. I just have not seen a real need to not use default
R2 Whiskey Papa, flying 040, please. R2 Whiskey Papa, actually make it a 060 now.
Okay. Doing good so far. But yeah, when Active Sky or when X-Enviro comes out with their new update, then I'll probably give it another go just to see how it is.
Okay, who's calling visual runway?
But I found more accurate winds and more accurate visibilities using
third time. You were instructed to enter a left base
more accurate winds aloft and more accurate just in general weather. I found using just the default stuff.
I'm not sure.
Better depictions of low visibility stuff. Like I prefer using the default right now. Sorry, as we get into SoCal, it starts to get a little nuts.
Piper 176, Roger, runway 26.
I can usually pick up the New Zealanders by getting them to say 6 sucks or fish fush. Oh, by saying the word 6, but they say sucks, or the word fish turns to fush. Got it. Yeah, and then there's also painting their deck.
R232 Whiskey Pop, turn 10 degrees right.
What do I think so far? Hybrid HD, good to see it. I think it's good. I think it's playing really good. I don't think that you would be disappointed if you bought it. Aside from the texturing and sounds need work, but I'm assuming that's going to get all updated over the over the course of time. They're not saying anything they don't already know. I think it's a solid airplane. Now I will of course once again mention the caveat that I was given a review copy for free. About both this and the flight factor plane, so there's that. But I would say this is a very very good airplane.
Yeah, runway 24 departure procedure.
In fact, I'm already pretty impressed with how it's handling the VNav. But I need to put more time into it. That's what it comes down to. I just need to spend a lot more time flying this thing.
126.1 squawk 5653.
Pacific's coming up here, and then we are on page 2. Oh, excuse me.
3 Papa Charlie, be back, correct? Spread wing 717, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
135.5, spread wing 717.
Horizon Air 2518, contact Los Angeles Center 128.6.
Yeah, I've generally found X-Plane to be almost on the money, like in terms of what the METARs say and what the winds aloft say. Like the data has been very good. We were doing some low visibility flying last week, and it was incredible. It was doing such a good job of doing weather depiction. Los Angeles Center, Spirit Wing 717, flight level 230, descending OSHA 1.
Spirit Wing 717, Los Angeles Center, roger, the John Wayne altimeter is 3006.
06.
Spirit Wing 717, say airspeed.
300 knots, Spirit Wing 717.
Spirit Wing 717, roger, maintain 320 knots till advised.
320 till advised, Spirit Wing 717.
Horizon Air 2518.
Okay, so we're going to pull this out, go to unmanaged speed mode, and accelerate to 320 knots.
Acknowledge the approach clearance got blocked.
We're going to leave ourselves in managed descent mode and managed lateral heading.
350 contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
Managed LNAV. We'll go with that.
All right, somebody.
So we're going to keep going down on the purple dot. Now we're just going to be going down a little faster.
JetBlue 182 contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
This place does have some gotchas when it comes to low vis. Sometimes you'll feel up high, you lose it on approach. Yeah, I did have that happen a couple times.
230 descending ocean.
Where you see the field, then you lose the field. But in general, I've just found the depiction to be better.
Cessna 176, please stop transmitting unless it's necessary. You already have a landing clearance. I gave you a landing clearance 3 times.
Euphoric Ranger, welcome aboard. This is flight number 2, man.
And when you exit the runway, I'll get you taxied to the ramp.
15 minutes or so out of John Wayne. This is going to probably be the last flight of the night, too, because I got some stuff I got to do. Do I need this if I already have the flight factor A320? That's up to you. Probably not,
1541 Las Vegas, ground safe position.
Probably not. All right, so we'll go altimeter in, 06.
Runway 19 right, taxi via Gulf Delta.
And altimeter in, 06. It's okay, those will flash at me now for another 1,000 feet, and that's fine.
Sorry about that.
Let's come down here, go to perf. Next.
Yeah, 350 Los Angeles Center, John Wayne, altimeter 306.
Altimeter 3006. 30.06.
Los Angeles Center, JetBlue 182, 225, descending on the tilt tip.
Temperature 16.
JetBlue 182, Los Angeles Center, flight 070, vector in trail, maintain 290 knots.
Winds 2307.
290 knots, JetBlue 182.
JetBlue 182 to maintain 13,000. Each John Wayne
3000,
altimeter.
180. Approach is good. There's no gusts. Decision how to be 200 feet will be fully configured on landing. Okay, down we go.
All right, who's that calling short at John Wayne, short of the runway? Your transponder's off. It should not be.
Joers 182, good to see it. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the turbulence was done very well. Like flying around the Northeast yesterday with New York and Boston, X-Plane default weather did fantastic. Of course, I don't have X-Enviro running to compare it to, and we were all running either active sky over on the P3D side or just default weather on the X-Plane side.
United 404 to maintain.
I think that had me stop using X-Enviro as a failed update low level winds. Approach, you'd have the same winds at 500 feet as you did 5,000. I agree. I had the same problem. I mean, I crashed a plane one time on stream because that happened. Okay.
All right, Julia Charlie, descend
via Let's go, seatbelt signs on. I'm moving the lights on, too, while we're at it. SoCal's airspace is pretty busy, so.
Our 4 Mike Lima, Roger, you don't have to make a formal request to disconnect from the network. Just go ahead and say you're leaving and disconnect. It's no problem. I heard you the first time. I just thought you were going to disconnect. You too. Southwest 1337, contact Ontario Tower.
Right, Tandy's coming up. Tandy is 13 to 14,000. She's doing good.
Just got 157, runway 20 left, cliff the option. JetBlue 182, turn 30 degrees right.
We will have to start decelerating at some point.
30 right, 12,000, JetBlue 182.
Number 45 X-ray Sierra traffic, a Skyhawk on the left downwind for runway 20 left, runway 20 right at Kilo Cliff takeoff.
So here's what we got coming in here. That's me. And then these 4 guys are coming in, and he's got to merge in with us.
350 flighting 180, descend and maintain 3000 vector in trail.
He's going to have to get him in somewhere on this line.
So that was 1337 Ontario Tower.
It sounds like he just vectored this guy over. So he's probably going to make room here and stuff this guy after me and before this guy. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's why he's got me cruising along so fast here, too. So there's a level off at 13,000 feet for Tandy.
Will flight following or no?
It's good that he got that.
Number 1 understeer, X-ray, Fullerton ground. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5705, and say again your aircraft type and destination.
Los Angeles over there somewhere. All clouds today, man. We didn't really get to see a lot of terrain. I think he's got the merge fine, though. I think he's got it managed okay, as long as I keep my speed up for him.
Direct Bob, cross Bob at 1000, then descend via the arrival.
Direct Bob at 1000, then continue on the arrival jet going to.
So we're going to have to start decelerating here in a second.
American 1541, Las Vegas Tower, runway 19 or left, clear for takeoff. Wind 19014, gust 24.
I'll decelerate passing through 12,000 feet.
All right, anybody else on the ground trying to call? 2 Whiskey Papa flighting 270, please. Or 232 Whiskey Papa flighting 270.
All right, so 12,000. We'll go back to managed speed mode. That'll bring us back now to 250. We might have to add some speed brakes here to get this back. We'll see how it does coming down.
345, let me go. Roger, step up. Or 232 Whiskey Papa, how do you read?
Yeah, we're not going to make it in time.
Or 232 Whiskey Papa, did I turn you
so
to
let's
that
give
heavy?
it half on the speed brakes. So he had us at 320. We have to be below 250, going below 10,000 feet.
Did I turn you there?
So I kept 320. I kept 320 up as long as I could.
I just turned.
But now we got to bring the speed back.
2 Whiskey Papa, vector to the localizer.
So because we were going fast, I'm going to go ahead and add some speed brakes to help us slow down here.
American 165, you already have the descend via instructions from the previous controller.
A lot of new pods. Yeah, that's a possibility. Only problem with X-plane weather I'm at can't handle cloud layers. Oh, it sucks,
don't worry
man.
about it. Descend via Disney 3 route. No problem. No problem.
All right, so we're going to be right about 250 at 10,000.
I was blocked. Who's say call? Air 623 Lima Sierra, Roger, standby. 345 Lima Golf, say request.
Okay. It's textures and whatever else loading in. That's what the pauses are. It happens. 260. Now we're coming up on 250.
Roger, standby.
Go ahead and take the speed brakes back in.
Air 2 Whiskey Papa, negative.
Okay, we should get approach here pretty soon.
Southwest 05, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
Got the weather. 2307.
Yeah, 350 cleared direct OC and cross OC at 13,000. Resume the arrival and descend via.
All right, direct OC and we'll at 13,000.
So here's what he did. He stacked those two guys up over here.
Spirit Wing 717, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
28-1, 717.
Air 45 X-ray Sierra, contact departure.
28.
Air 2 Whiskey Papa, flying 020.
Heading 0202 Whiskey Papa.
All right, I got 3 guys on the ground. If you can bear with me here, it's going to get really busy here for about 2 minutes for me, so I'm not going to be able to talk to you guys on the ground. Just give me 1 second. American 1541, contact departure. American 165, contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
We're going to pay attention here. Make sure that I don't miss any calls.
45 X-ray Sierra is with you on departure.
American 165, 126.35. So that's 159 on runway 20 left, clear for the option. Baron 45 X-ray Sierra, SoCal departure, radar contact, clear direct Los Angeles.
We are not a priority calling in right now.
Up to 6, direct Los Angeles, 45 X-ray Sierra.
American 1541 Las Vegas departure, radar contact. United 404, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
SoCal Spirit Wing 717, 78 descending OSHA 1 with weather.
Spirit Wing 717, SoCal approach, expect ILS runway 20 right approach, downwind altimeter 3006.
06, we expect at 717.
JetBlue 182, contact SoCal approach 127.4.
Got the ILS tuned in here, ready to go.
KSNA
404 right.
Los Angeles Center, cross OC at maintain, cross OC at 13,000, then descend via
quick departure or quick arrival briefing. ILS 20 right up arrival coming into John Wayne Airport. We're going to tune in to 11.75. We'll be on the 196 course going in here. John Wayne Tower is going to be 126.8. Flying it all the way down to 200 feet as the minimums. In the event of a missed approach, we're going to go to 3,000, intercept the John Wayne 196 radial, and then head to the Minnow head south. Oh yeah, we're going to hold on the localizer at Minnow. Got it. We're expecting vectors in for it. I imagine that we'll pick up the runway quite a bit before we actually get to the minimums. We'll probably have it by the time we're even thrown on the descent here. So that is the ILS 20 right coming into John Wayne.
Center, Ontario, altimeter 3002.
I hit the wrong button again. I did that twice now. I have not ever done that before, and I just did it twice. Slim WP, good to see you. KJ111, good to see you. Pilot Max, welcome aboard. Met 747, good to see you, buddy. Happy Saturday. Well, yeah, welcome aboard.
6.
Good to see you guys. Coming in, John Wayne here. If you're just tuning in, pretty busy frequency tonight.
190.
Heading 190 to Whiskey Papa.
Okay, 5,000 gets us to Laxby.
Got 350 SoCal approach, maintain 230 knots.
Laxby 5,000, Cleaver 5,000, and then we'll be Bear, and then we're on the 016.
3006.
So there's 5,000, that's the bottom of the arrival. We'll start turning ourselves in for a downwind on John Wayne. Got some traffic up here.
Southwest 1337, cross runway
5 miles.
Papa, taxi to the gate via Papa November 1. Have a good one.
He's below us and climbing, so he could potentially be a problem. Should be okay though. Yeah, one more time and you're out. That's it, man. We got no more. That's why I swigged it before we got down. Figure, why the hell not?
Or 2 Whiskey Papa, something goes on with your heading. Every time I give you this heading, you go to the wrong one. Flighting 210, please. 210.
Heading 210 to Whiskey Papa.
American 1541, contact Los Angeles Center.
I think that's actually a real person over there, looking at the map.
Spirit Wing 17, Spirit Wing 717, traffic 10 o'clock, 3 miles westbound, bearing 4,000, no factor, flighting 025, and maintain 210 knots.
025, 210 knots, Spirit Wing 717.
United 350, fly present heading for
okay, 25, we're going to pull that back. Bring ourselves down to pull that back, go to 210 knots. Which is actually going to be our approach phase, so we'll just go to perf, activate approach phase, and we'll go back to manage speed mode.
American 1541, Los Angeles Center, climbing time 280.
I have the field.
All right, for you guys on the ground, we're almost there. United 404, contact SoCal approach 127.4.
I think that there's going to be one more frequency change, but I'm not sure.
Here, contact SoCal approach 134.9.
Well, we get 126.8 ready. Come on.
Or 2 Whiskey Papa, something's wrong with your heading. Flighting 270.
Okay.
Heading 270, there's something wrong with my heading indicator. I think it's broken. 2 Whiskey Papa. I'm going to use the Whiskey Compass.
Or 2 Whiskey Papa, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm just going to adjust for it as if it's the wind. Descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, 2 Whiskey Papa.
JetBlue 182, SoCal approach. Expect ILS runway 20 right approach, altimeter 3006.
20 right, JetBlue 182.
United 350, flighting 070, contact.
I can let him know I had the field, but I'm not going to do it till he can't give me the visual till he cranks me around anyway. So he's going to keep us in this downwind. He's going to vector us in, put us on the ILS, and then we'll be able to switch over to the field.
Number 776, taxi parking via Charlie. Thank you for your patience. Have a
So
good
you
day.
got Long Beach, Los Angeles, LAX is over here somewhere. Pretty murky here in SoCal, man. You don't see this very often.
Turn.
It's actually kind of
40 degrees
cool.
Left.
I crashed a lot. Good to see you. Gargoyle, welcome aboard.
Or 43 Papa Charlie, Foxground.
How do I like hand flying? Oh, it's good, man. Yeah, as soon as we get closer, I'm gonna hand fly this thing in.
Contact SoCal approach 128.1.
United 350 checking on 128.1 on a 6900 for 6,000.
United 350 SoCal approach. Roger. Maintain 180 knots. Spec LS runway 20 right approach. Then maintain 5,000.
All right, 180 knots. 5,000.
I'm not gonna call it now because we're flying some clouds.
JetBlue 182 flighting 020.
He's got a plan for us too.
Southwest 505 flighting 070. So maintain 5,000 vector LS runway 20 right approach. Maintain 210 knot.
Do not interrupt the man's plan.
Southwest 505 heading 070. 5,000 speed 210.
But yeah, no, this plane flies really well. It's like I greased the landing going to Reno pretty good. We're not going to grease this landing though. This one, if you guys remember, John Wayne is a firm landing.
Reach on.
Always a firm landing in here. Cooperfish 2002 here for 10 months. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your continued support. You get water. Let's get auto brakes going. Auto brakes medium, brake fan on, armed speed brakes. Our spoilers.
Traffic. Traffic. Traffic.
Traffic.
Traffic. Traffic.
404.
Traffic.
Flighting 070. So maintain 5,000 vector LS runway.
500 feet below us. It's fine.
Traffic. 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 Traffic.
Traffic. 182 fly heading 010.
Traffic.
010 now.
Traffic. Traffic.
United 350 flying 010.
Traffic. 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 Traffic.
There it goes.
Traffic. Traffic.
159 or Cessna 159 runway 20 left with the option.
Traffic. Traffic.
It's good. He's gone.
Traffic.
There's no way to acknowledge that either.
Or 2 Whiskey Papa. Do you have the airfield in sight 12 o'clock?
Traffic.
And, 6 miles.
Traffic. Traffic.
Traffic.
It's fine. It's fine. I got it.
Traffic.
Or 2 Whiskey Papa. Clear vision approach runway 20 right. We're going to figure out what's going on. I can't give you vectors if the thing is off like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Keoken, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, dude, I've been live for 3.5 hours.
So that was 505.
Euphoric Rager, thank you very much for the tip, man. Glad I caught the last stream of the Feline Strater. I like that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have you tried the new Overwatch Hero Brigade? Not yet. Probably tonight. Euphoric Rager, thank you very much, dude. Cheers, and I do appreciate your continued support, buddy.
American 165, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
Doobie HD, welcome aboard. Do not land on the taxiway. That's my goal.
Phenom 8, Julia Charlie, contact Los Angeles Center 134. Correction 125.27. United 404, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
Dude, JFK was nuts yesterday. Spanish Fly, welcome aboard.
Air 2 Whiskey Papa, contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
Tower 126.82.
449,000, sending 5,000, 070.
Maverick, welcome aboard. How you looking at the plane so far? It's pretty good, man.
717, reduce speed to 180, so maintain 4,000.
180, 4,000, 717. Okay, flaps out.
43 Papa Charlie, Fox Tower, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
4,000. We'll go vertical mode.
Air 232 Whiskey Papa John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land.
Get ourselves down about 1,200 feet per minute.
Spirit Wing 717, turn right heading 080.
080, 717.
Southwest 505, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
That speed's not coming back.
SoCal approach Southwest 505, 5,000.
Southwest 505, SoCal approach, spec Dallas runway 20 right approach.
Alright, let's choose our right approach.
R119 Sierra X-ray, Fulton ground, runway 24, taxi via Alpha.
Down to 4,000. 180 on the speed. Guess the speed breaks out for now. Put those back in. Arm them one more time.
Okay, 165, SoCal approach, Ontario, altimeter 3002, expect Dallas runway 20 right approach. Who's the other guy calling?
Here we go. Custom textures, yes.
Lima Sierra, Fulton
I'll
ground.
put a link in Discord when we're done here to the texture and sound pack that I'm using.
Spirit Wing 717, flight 180.
180, 717.
R623 Lima Sierra, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 7144, reback squawk code only unless you have a question.
He's going to fly us to the localizer probably.
JetBlue 182, reduce speed to 180, then fly heading 080.
Alright, back to 180, then 080, JetBlue 182.
Comes clearance.
3 Lima Sierra, read back correct. JetBlue 182 on heading 080 to maintain 4,000.
We get to 080 down to 4,000, JetBlue.
There goes localizer.
United 404, flighting 020, vector to final.
020, United 404.
Southwest 505, traffic 3 o'clock, 3 miles, same direction, United A320, 5,400.
Roger, 505.
No longer have the field.
Cessna 159er traffic. Just ahead of you there's a caravan on the parallel runway.
Should be right there.
Air 623 Lima Sierra, Fulton ground, you north or south?
That's it.
3 Lima Sierra, roger, runway 24, taxi via Bravo.
SoCal, Spirit Wing 717 has field.
Spirit Wing 717, you say you had the airport?
Affirmative.
Spirit Wing 717, clear visual approach runway 20 right.
Clear visual approach 20 right, Spirit Wing 717.
JetBlue 182, flighting 100 to maintain 3,000, expect visual approach.
100, 3000, JetBlue 182, visual approach.
United 350, traffic 12 o'clock, 3 miles right to left. Altitude indicates 4,500, type unknown.
You got traffic inside 350.
You. Scott 159 or negative. I did give you the option clearance there. Yeah, you're on the mid.
Get ourselves down here.
Traffic,
so we're going to enable approach mode just as guidance.
On A320, Spirit Wings A320, 3,500.
Looking JetBlue 182.
Barely have the field, but it's out there. You guys probably can't see it.
Southwest
Traffic
505,
inside JetBlue
flighting
182.
330, vector intro.
330 Southwest 505.
American 1541, descend via Disney 3 arrival.
2,000.
Care 435, Charlie, contact departure.
Here, flaps 2.
Who else trying to call?
JetBlue 182 has the traffic.
JetBlue 182, follow traffic, clear approach. Actually, let's do this. JetBlue 182, flighting 170, join runway 20 right, localizer, then follow traffic, clear approach, runway 20 right.
Alright, 170, join the load, and then follow the traffic, 20 right, JetBlue 182.
Care 435, Charlie, Joshua departure, radar contact, climb, maintain 13,000.
Hey, we're high. That's all right.
Yeah, 350, turn 10 degrees right, and maintain 180 knots, descend, maintain 4,000.
Alright, 10 degrees right, we'll keep it at 180 and down to 4,000 for 350.
American 165, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
2,000.
United 404, maintain 180 knots.
180 knots, United 404.
2 Whiskey Papa, Roger, taxi parking via Bravo, have a good day.
SoCal, American 165, 8,000.
American 165, SoCal approach, flighting 260 to maintain 6,000, vector ILS runway 20.
Keeping it down, getting on the glide slope here. We're going to localize it soon enough. I got the airport though, so that's all that matters.
We have the weather 260 down to 6,000, American 165.
United 350, turn right heading 080 to maintain 3,000.
Right, 080 and down to 3,000, United 350.
Should put us on tower here in a moment.
Sierra X-ray Fullerton Tower, runway 24 clear for takeoff, say direction departure on course is approved.
Kickers down 3 green, auto brake is medium, spoilers are armed. Lights are set. Speed to flight attendants.
Spirit Wing 717, contact downwind tower 126.8.
Tower 717.
JetBlue 182, contact downwind tower 126.8. Scott 159, taxi parking via hotel and Alpha, monitor ground 120.8, have a good day.
Hotel Alpha, monitor ground, Scott 157, have a good one.
Downwind tower, Spirit Wing 717, visual 16 right.
25. American 165, maintain 180 knots.
Downwind tower, Spirit Wing 717, visual 16 right.
Spirit Wing 717, John Wayne Tower.
Welcome
to John Wayne, runway 20 right, clear land, wind 220 at 7.
20 right, clear to land, Spirit Wing 717.
United 350.
16 right is Van Nuys, not John Wayne.
Localizer traffic to follow 3 o'clock, 3 miles.
All right, guys, firm landing. Firm landing, okay? So don't judge me. We greased it up in Reno. We're not going to grease it here at John Wayne. Gear, flaps, spoilers, Auto brake. We're good. We're stabilized. Runway's in sight. Clearance has been received.
26 cleared for takeoff. Wind 250 at 10.
Winds are showing 10 knots, pretty much off, or 11 knots off the nose.
Your X-ray contact departure.
500.
Okay, go to departure. See you. That's it.
Janway Tower, JetBlue 182 is number 2 for 20 right.
JetBlue 182, Janway Tower, runway 20 right.
Focus on the landing spot. We're looking for those captain bars.
Traffic, A320 on short final.
Roger.
350, follow traffic, clear vision approach, runway 20 right.
300. Minimum.
Keep the landing spot on the windshield.
Yeah, 404, maintain 180 knots, and maintain 4,000.
Fullerton Tower, 6310, holding short, runway 24, level, ready for takeoff,
heading 130.
5.
Sorry, I had to step on the guy. Fullerton was at 623, Lima Sierra.
Yes, Lima Sierra is ready for takeoff.
Okay, reverses out, explores out, decel.
623 Lima Sierra, Fullerton Tower, runway 24, clear for takeoff. Traffic is Skyhawk turning right downwind.
Manual braking, auto brakes off.
On course is approved.
Straight out to Park
Maybe a little bit aggressive on the braking there, but we did okay.
And the bottom tower, 196 for you.
We're going to exit here at Echo.
International X-ray, 128.1.
Was 128.1 message.
United 350, contact John Wayne Tower, 126.8. Ranking 165, flighting 280, descend and maintain 5,000.
John Wayne, Square Week 717, clear Echo.
Ranking 165, let's make the heading 290, please. Spirit Wing 717, terminal, taxi terminal via Alpha, monitor ground 120.8, see ya.
Terminal, ground point 8, 717, or 120.8, we'll see you.
United 404, traffic follows 2 o'clock, 3 miles southbound, United A320, 2,300.
8.8.
American 1541, contact
lights
Los
are good,
Angeles,
lights are good. Bring our spoilers in, bring our flaps up.
American 165, descend and maintain 4,000. American 1541, contact Los Angeles Center 126.
Phil, 7488, thanks for the bits. Appreciate it.
United 404,
Cheers.
flighting 190.
Oops.
United 404, descend maintain 2,500.
That's cool, man. That's cool seeing the traffic in like that.
Southwest 505, turn 10 degrees left, descend maintain 4,000.
SoCal clearance, Mooney 6920, Charlie, I'd like to pick up our IFR clearance to Oxnard.
Calling for IFR clearance to Oxnard, I'll get back with you in about 3 minutes. Prep 3 of them, Sierra, contact departure.
Air Fubar, thank you for the bits, man.
1541, Los
A nice
Angeles,
chiropractic free landing. It was firm, man. Firm landings. Dr. Disrespect got firm handshakes. We got firm landings.
United 404, report the airport or the traffic inside the airport will be at 12 o'clock, 7 miles traffic, 12 o'clock, 4 miles, same direction, United A320. United 404, clear of approach, runway 20 right.
John Wayne Tower, United 350, visual 20 right.
See if he gets a firm landing,
too. 350, John Wayne Tower, traffic A320 over the numbers, runway 20 right, clear land, wind 220 at 7.
20 right, clear landing, United 350, thanks.
Southwest 505, traffic to follow 1 o'clock, 5 miles opposite direction.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Is he gonna...
Merge at 4,000. American 165 to maintain 3,000.
Put it down, buddy.
Report
traffic.
Correction.
There you go.
Traffic 12 o'clock at 4 miles, United A320, same direction on localizer. American 165, follow him, Clippers approach, runway 20 right. Southwest 505, turn right heading 080, follow traffic, Clippers approach, runway 20
Park here at the
right.
southwest gates. Who cares? Not even sure Spirit Wings comes in here.
Alright, anybody trying to call?
Turn him off. Story of my life. Stop. Too far. Close enough. Park brake. If you bleed. 1, 2. Donk. How was that? That's kind of loud, though. All right, let's see. We got one Ben. Now we'll get the other Ben coming in here. I got to stick around for the rest of these arrivals, though. It's 2 more guys. We'll get a couple of these. There we go. Firm, right on the marker, man. Right on the marker. That was good. All right, what do we got here? Next one, we got Crazy Diamond coming in next in the A320. Following him is going to be Chandler in the Embraer 170. And then behind him is Michael in the Boeing 738, probably the NGX. It's good. It's good, man. We can turn the ATC on.
13,000, climbing 4,000.
It's cool seeing the traffic come in like that, though. It really is. Button to get rid of the cabin check. Overhead cabin call forward, just in case you didn't know. All right. Yeah, I forgot to hit the cabin check on the way in. I did on the way out. I just forgot it on the way in.
All right, terminal V Alpha 120.
FS plays. Welcome aboard.
South 505, contact
Boeing man, good to see you, man. Like butter. We'll watch the replay of this. We'll watch the replay of this, and I'll load it back over in Reno. We'll do the replay there too. Or we'll try to at least.
Carrier 3 Papa Charlie. Traffic's just over top of you now. Climb maintain level 2.
Reno supporter, good to see it. So yeah, we'll get the replays going here. I'm gonna watch this landing, and then I'll fire them up. For the rest of the guys coming in, thank you all for flying along with me.
3 Lima Sierra, use caution in vicinity of Compton Airport. Numerous targets between 2,300.
See if he nails it.
Like they're having a party in the pattern.
There he goes. There he goes. Flare. Flare. Not bad. Not bad.
John Wick Tower running 20 right, cool land. You're number 3. Traffic A320 over the numbers and E170 just ahead of you there.
All right. Go ahead and disconnect from PilotEdge. Thank you guys for flying out here. That was a good time. We'll go replays. Back that sucker up a bit. Do 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 do. I think I nailed the bars, man. Plane flies so nice, dude. Got the power. Oh, just a little bit past him. That's all right. Yeah, I could have probably gone all brakes low on that, to be honest. Plane stopped pretty quick. The sounds maybe are not quite as good as the FlyJ sims are. Just throw that out there. She does look super majestic. Nice timing. Mr. Servant, thank you very much for the bits, dude. I hope you get your power back soon. Phil, Air Fubar, and Mr. Servant, thank you very much, guys, all for the bits. I do appreciate them tonight, man. You guys are killing it. The FlyJ sim was pretty tough to beat, yeah. All right, let's do one more from the GoPro cam. Then we'll try to go back to Reno here and see if we can get it to load up. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Minimum 200. $100. 50, 40, 30, 10, 5.
For the plane models, I'm using the PilotEdge CSLs. So it's all part of the PilotEdge client. Yeah, we could have been a lot less aggressive on the braking. It's all right. All right, let's see. If we go maybe here, we'll see if this actually works. Sometimes this crashes the sim. Sometimes it works. Is the ToLiSs any good? It's really good, man. It's really good. I like it. I'm gonna fly it probably some more. I might fly some more later tonight, man. I think I'm gonna be putting some time in it. But it is very, very, like, the systems wise, I think it's top notch. And it's a good flying airplane. It really is. Now, if you already have the A320 by Flight Factor, I don't know if you need to buy this one. But if you don't have them, then it at least gives you a choice. Spend a little bit less money if you want to. Oh, I know anywhere in the touchdown zone is good, but I was aiming for the captain's bars. I was aiming for the 1,000-foot markers, so I wanted to land on the 1,000-foot markers. Yeah, touchdown zones, you've got like 2,500 feet to get her down. MIA, MAO, MIA, Curacao, Miami. Loved it so far. Nice, dude. Still haven't flown Flight Factor 320. Well, Kyokan, you should fly the 320. Just give that a shot, because I'd be interested in knowing what your opinions are, since you put a lot of time into this thing already. So we're trying to load the replay back in Reno to see if it'll work, because the Reno landing was also quite was pretty good. And I promised people we'd try to go see it. ToLiSs or Flight Factor, price not an issue. Probably the Flight Factor. Okay, here's the climb out. Oh, this is the landing. Look at that. Do you get any better than that? How about that? Right? Yeah. Friggin' perfect. Of course, the plane's all confused. Touchdown, come on. I hope you guys recognize how incredibly awesome that was. The master of replays right here. You want to see the landing? Boom, we got the freaking landing, man. We're on it. We had a lot more runway to work with on this one. Ah, that's all right. It actually felt better than it looked. That's what she said. That's all right, though. I'll take that. I will take that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was awesome, dude. Yeah, crazy. That was a good flight. That was super fun. Oh man, as soon as I let this thing go, it's gonna try to go all the way back to John Wayne. So we'll find a good spot here to pause it. How about like right, I don't know, right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all so much for coming in tonight. Spending your Saturday afternoons or Saturday evenings or Sunday mornings in some cases with me. I had a blast. I'm really sorry I couldn't go live last night, but I hope you guys all understand. Yeah, it's been fun. This plane's good. This plane's really good. So if you're on the fence about it, like it's a good buy. And I would recommend it to anybody. So I'm gonna fly it some more. I'll have a better assessment the next time that we fly it. We'll kind of be able to talk a little bit more about the ins and the outs, the quirks, the gotchas, kind of all that stuff. I've only done 3 flights with this, so these are very much first impressions right now. But yeah, so we'll be live for sure on Friday. Any other time is up in the air. I don't know. I don't know what my schedule looks like this week. I don't think I'm flying, so I might have some chance to actually get out there. The wind has finally died down outside. So, and if you're in the Boston area, I really hope that you guys, if you've lost power, I hope you get it back soon.
Reach on. Reach on.
Let's get started. Thank you very much for 2 months, man. Cheers, and I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all the new subs, and I appreciate all the bits, all the donations, guys. You're awesome. And that's some really good water right there. We'll see you guys soon. Have a good night. Toodles. Where's the music? What am I going to play? You know what? I liked this last time, so let's do this again. Cheers. Oh, wait, hang on. I got to stop the recording.